Hello everyone, I'm audible. Okay, so fine guys, I think I'm audible to everyone of you. Yeah. So I will start a class in next 2 minutes so that everyone can join and then we can kick off. Yeah. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me start my Anaconda. Okay, fine guys. So I think you all have a dashboard access. So whatever we have discussed so far, so forth. So everything is available inside your dashboard itself, right? And even whatever we have discussed as a part of your doubt clear session, which happens on every Wednesday. So we have uploaded all the recordings as well, and whatever notebook that we have discussed, right? The last class, last Sunday. So even those things are up to date over here in this particular class notebook you will be able to find out now. So as we all know that last time I was talking about basic variable creations, I was talking about a basic of Python, then I talked about a while loop, then I talked about a for loop, right? And I have given you some tasks as well in a class which you all have performed very well, and you were able to write a code for that one. So again, in today's class, we will try to see some of the statement itself, and we will try to learn some sort of a coding, right? Maybe some basic coding or maybe some advanced coding we will try to learn in this particular way. So fine guys, let's try to start with all of those things. So I think in last class, I was talking about a string, and I have given you a brief idea about a string. So I would like to start with a same part, like string manipulation itself, and we will try to see that how we can try to do a string manipulation. And then I will be talking about a topic called as number method. So how you will be able to do a manipulation with respect to a number method. And then I will be talking about a list manipulation. We have already discussed for loop, so we'll try to discuss a for each loop. And then we will be talking about tuples and set. Tuples is an immutable object, so what is the meaning of it? I will be talking about that, and then I will be talking about a dictionary. So this is the sequence that I'm going to follow for this week, right? So this is the agenda for this particular week. Again, it's a basic of Python. It's not an advanced Python that we are discussing. It's a basic of Python that we are going to discuss even in today's class. So let's start our discussion, guys, on that part. Someone saying that I'm seeing some white here. Yeah, I have some like a gray hair. Okay, so let's start. Fine, my Jupyter notebook is launched. I think we all know how to launch a Jupyter notebook, right? So those who are not able to launch it in the local system, they can try to use a collab. I don't have any kind of a issue with that. Okay. Okay, so fine guys, let's talk about a string. So as we all know that string is nothing but it's one of the data type which is available inside a Python, right? So I can try to create any kind of a string which can be enclosed within a single quote, or maybe I can try to create a string which can be enclosed within a like a single quote. It's completely fine. So if I'm going to print this A, or if I'm going to print this B, so I will be able to get a string. So these are the two ways by which you will be able to create a string. That is completely fine. Now, so let's suppose, right? So let's suppose if I'm trying to create some string, maybe like the value is equal to C, right? And here, So I'm writing that this is my first class for full stack data science. And then inside that, so maybe I can try to use, that's why I have joined this class, right? So let's suppose this is a string that we have created over here. Now if I'm going to execute it, right? So this one is fine. Now let's suppose if I'm trying to print this one, so yeah, I'm able to get all of those things in between. Now so here let's try to do one thing in between. So let's suppose here if I'm trying to use maybe a double quotes, right? Now if I'll try to execute, this is an invalid statement. Now why this one is invalid statement, right? Here I have used double quotes, here I have used double quotes, right? In between I have used double quotes, but it is giving me some sort of a issue, and it is trying to tell me that it's an invalid syntax that we have written. What is the reason behind that? Let's try to understand this particular part in a first place. So here, whenever we are trying to create a string, so it's completely fine. We can try to enclose our string within a double quotes or single quotes, as we have already mentioned over here. That is fine. But let's suppose if I'm trying to create a string which is enclosed within a double quotes, and in between a string, right? In between a string itself, if I am used a double quotes. So I'm trying to create a string which is enclosed within a double quotes, and in between a string, if I'm using a double quotes, right? So there will be an issue. And because of that, it is trying to give me, it's an invalid syntax. And even it is trying to point out that, okay, fine. So in this place, I have made some sort of a mistake. And because of that, so this string is not a valid one, right? That's the only issue that we have. So if we will try to enclose this one, right? Or if we are going to use a single quote within a string, and we are going to enclose a complete string with a double quotes, and then if I'll try to execute, now there won't be any kind of a issue you are going to get. So idea is very simple over here, guys. So idea is very simple, and in this way you can try to understand that if I have a string, right? If I have a string which is enclosed within a double quotes, and in between, if I'm going to use a double quotes, there will be a problem. So I'm supposed to use what? I'm supposed to use a single quote within a string, or vice versa. So let's suppose if I'm going to enclose this string with a single quote, right? And then in between, if I'm using a single quote, now if I'll execute, again there will be a issue. Again there will be an issue, right? So if I'm trying to use this single quote to enclose the string, so over here I'm supposed to use a double quotes between a string, and then if I'll execute, it will work fine for me. So whenever you are trying to create a string, so make sure that if you have used double quotes, so between single quotes. If you have used single quote, so between double quotes you are supposed to use, then only your string will work fine. Otherwise it is going to give you some sort of a issue. Again, so double quotes over here, execute, issue, right? But single quote inside this one, no issue, right? Again, similarly, single quotes over here, right? Single quotes over here, there will be an issue. But if I'm going to use double quotes, there is no issue, right? So I think this particular part is pretty much clear to all of you, right? So whenever you are going to create a string, so make sure that you are supposed to use this string in this particular way, or you are supposed to create a string in this particular way. Otherwise, there will be an issue. Now, so let's suppose if I'm going to create a string, right? So this is a full stack class, right? Execute. Now we all know that whenever we are going to create a string, so internally inside a memory, right? So let's suppose if I have created this string is equal to s, so we know that it is going to reserve a space, and it will try to name these things as s. Now here, whenever it will try to store a string inside a single quote or double quote, it always try to store each and every character of a string, right? Each and every character of a string with the help of some sort of a indexes. So maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on in a forward direction. And in a backward direction, -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. In this pattern or in this fashion, it is going to store your, or it is going to reserve your string space, right? So in a forward direction, I can try to iterate. In a backward direction, I will be able to iterate. In any direction, if I want, so I will be able to iterate this string and I will be able to extract all the character. So let's suppose this is my first class. So T will be here, H will be here, I will be here, S will be here. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Or in a backward direction, it will try to start indexing, right? It will try to start indexing in a negative way, like -1, -2, -3, and so on. So this is how a string will try to store itself. And I think we all are aware about it, right? We have already discussed. So in terms of string parsing, right? So let's suppose if I'm trying to write S of 0, I know that I will be able to get what? I will be able to get this one, right? I may try to write S of -1 over here, right? What will happen in case of -1? We know that minus indexes, right, will be applicable in a reverse direction. So it will try to start from where? It will try to start from here. So this is -1, this is -2, and so on. It will try to store my data. It will try to reserve my data. So if I'm going to write -1, so for sure, I'm expecting this character, right? I'm expecting this character, or maybe if there is a space. So for sure, I will be able to get a space. So as we have a space, right? We are able to get a space. Let's suppose if I'm going to remove it. So I will be able to get S over here. So in a forward direction, I will be able to iterate through a string. I will be able to extract a data. In a backward direction, I will be able to iterate and I will be able to extract a data. And from any other indexes, if I'm looking for a data, yes, I will be able to extract it. But let's suppose if I have written 100, right? So the total length of a string is not 100. If I have to find out that what is a total number of character that is available inside this string. So there are in total 24 characters which is available inside this string. So len is a function which is an inbuilt default function from a Python. So I will be able to get a length of the string or length of any kind of a iterable object I will be able to get over here. Now here, if I'm writing S of 100, what will happen? So here it will try to give me a string index out of range. So I'm not able to understand that what you're looking for. I don't have like 100 indexes. So I can't give you a data. Simple, right? Simple and straightforward. Like an answer I will be able to get. Now let's suppose if I'm looking for some data in between. So we all know that how we will be able to parse through a string, and this is again we have discussed. So we can try to give a starting point, we can try to give maybe a end point. So I'm looking for our data starting from a 4th location till a 10th location, and here is a data that I will be able to get starting from a 4th location till a 10th location, right? So whatever location that you are going to give, excluding a 10th location. So here is a lower bound and here is an upper bound that is given to you. It will try to give you data, always excluding an upper bound. Remember it. You can even count it, right? You can even count it with respect to a dimension or with respect to a complete string iteration. So you will be able to count it. Okay. Now here, so by default, you will be able to find out a step size. I think this is also we have discussed, right? So 4, 10, 1. So what we are trying to say that, okay, fine. So start from 4th. Go till 10th, excluding 10th, and you are supposed to take a jump of 1 all the time. Means try to extract 4th, then 5th, then 6th, then 7th, then 8th, then 9th, then 10th, which is the upper bound, excluded. So this is how it will be able to give you a data. So again here, so if I have to print this string into a reverse direction, or maybe from this side, if I have to get a data, so maybe I can try to define in this way that I start from -1, means from the backward, and then go till, right? So go till -10. Now if I'll execute, we all know that what is the output that we are going to get. I think we are going to get a blank, and I think we all know about a reason as well. So whenever you have a confusion, so maybe with respect to a scale, so you can try to understand. So let's suppose this is the scale, this is a 0, right? This is -1, this is -2, and -10 will come somewhere over here. And then 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and so on, right? So here from -1 to -10, we are trying to move. From -1 to -10, we are trying to move in this direction, right? And we are trying to jump We are trying to jump in which direction? We are trying to jump into a positive direction. So there will be a conflict over here. And because of that, it is giving me blank. My step size is positive, and this is the default one. Even if you're not going to mention one, it will be there by default. So what I can do is, so if I have to extract a data into a reverse order, maybe I can try to take a step size is equal to -1. And yes, this time I'm able to get a data SSALC space KCA, starting from -1 till -10, excluding -10. So this is a data that I will be able to receive in this particular fashion. And this is what we have discussed. Now, so let's suppose if I have a string S, and if I would like to extract a data, each and every character with the help of for loop, that also I can do, right? So I can write in this way: for I in, right, S. Now print I and execute. I think we all know how to write a for loop. So yes, I will be able to print it, right? So for I in S, so yes, I'm able to get this things for sure. Now the another way, what I can do is, let's suppose if I have to print all the data into a reverse order, right? If I have to print all the data into a reverse order, so what I can do, so maybe I can try to like take a range of, right, and then like a length of a string I can try to take. Now, so here I can try to write maybe I of 0, or maybe like this is something S of I can try to write over here. And here it's the same outcome I am able to receive. Same outcome, exact same outcome I am able to get in this particular way. So now if you have to like print this data into a reverse order, yes, we will be able to print it. The only thing that we are supposed to pass over here is a negative indexes. Those who are not able to understand this particular step, so let me tell you how this step is going to work. So we are trying to do what? A range, right? So range function. Inside that, what we have? A length. Now what is length? Let's suppose length is 24, right? So what range will do? So range will try to generate a data starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 23. This is what range is going to do, because range is 24. So upper bound will be missing for sure. It will try to exclude the upper bound, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 23. So it will try to create it. Now here I'm trying to do a print operation. So S of 0 in a first iteration, then S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. And in this way, I'm trying to extract a data. Now, if you're looking for a data into a reverse order, yes, so just you have to work on this index part, and then you will be able to print a data even into a reverse order. So this is how this thing is going to work in a pretty straightforward way. If I have to do, or if I have to print a reverse of a string in a simplest possible way, right? So what I can do is I can try to do colon -1, and here is a data that you are able to print into a reverse order. Now, what is the meaning of this? Colon -1. So here we have not defined upper bound. First of all, upper bound we have not defined, lower bound we have not defined, right? And here we have given -1. So by default, it will start when we have given -1 as a direction, right? So by default, it will try to start from a backside, from a minus negative direction, and then it will start printing all of your data. And that is the reason. So we are able to get all of your like characters into a reverse order. If we have not defined upper bound and lower bound, we can define it, and even we'll be able to get the same thing. There won't be any kind of a constraint, and there won't be any kind of a issue at all. Now, here, one more thing I have to discuss. So let's suppose we are trying to print S, right? Now here, let's suppose if I have to change this I, or maybe this T I have, right? So this T I have, and if I have to change it, so how I will be able to change it? Let's try to understand, or whether I will be able to change it or I won't be able to change it. Let's try to understand this particular part as well. So here, instead of T, I have to like override this T with S, let's suppose, right? So how I will be able to access T? So S of 0 is nothing but what? S of 0 is nothing but it's T. Now I would like to assign a new value. Let's suppose I would like to assign a new value as X or something, right? Execute. So here you will be able to get one message, which is an important one, right? string object doesn't support item assignments. This is something that we are able to get. Now, in last class, I was talking about a list as well, right? So let's suppose if I'm creating a list over here, and inside a list, if I'm going to like accommodate some of the string and then maybe some of the integer and maybe some of the floating point values, maybe some sort of a boolean, if I'm going to accommodate, this is fine. Now here, L of 0, if I will try to access, this is fine. Now L of 0 is this one, list of 0 is this one, right? Now here, if I'll try to do a reassignment operation, SUDH, if I would like to replace this 0th data, right, a 0th index data with SUDH, if I'm going to execute it, so yes, it is working fine this time. If I'm going to play, print this L, so previously it was SDFS, but now it is able to change it. But here, if I'm trying to do the same thing in case of a string, if I'm trying to replace this one character with some other character, it is not allowing me, right? Now, what is a difference and what is a name of this particular concept? So there is something called as a mutability and there is something called as a immutability. Yes. So here, in case of string, you will be able to find out that a string is a immutable object. Means at any location, you won't be able to replace one data or one character with any other character. So this concept is called as a immutability concept, or in the simple word, string object doesn't support item assignments. You can't assign a data in a particular indexes at all in case of a string. But now if I'm talking about a list, if I'll try to compare these two things, because both are iterable object, right? If I'll try to compare, so here list is a mutable object. So list is a mutable object, means item assignments are allowed in case of a list, but at the same point of a time, if I'm talking about a string, item assignments are not allowed at all. So a string is a immutable object. Again, sometime in an interview, some MCQ questions, they will ask you a question that, okay, fine, so whether a string is a mutable object or a string is a immutable object. So a string is basically a immutable object. List is a mutable object. This is a meaning of it. Mutability simply means that if I can replace one data with other data at some indexes, yes, I can try to define maybe like I can try to assign a complete new data to this S. That is fine. That is not a concept. Sometime what happens is some people thinks that S is equal to, so as of now S is this one, and then if I'm going to do this S is equal to this data, so this is called as mutability. But no, this concept is wrong, right? So this is not called as a mutability immutability concept. A mutability immutability concept says that if you are able to do some manipulation at a particular indexes of a iterable object, then if it is allowing it, it's a mutable object. If it is not allowing it, it's a immutable object. So a string is basically a immutable object, and don't try to compare with this one. It's a complete variable assignments, reassignment operations that we are trying to do it. So this concept is not at all a immutable or mutable concept, right? So hope this things is clear, right guys, to everyone? What is the advantage of a string immutability? So let's suppose if it has reserved some space for you, so for sure in that particular space, so you won't be able to replace any kind of a character. So let's suppose if you're trying to store your password, right? So for sure you don't want anyone to change your password character in between, or maybe some ASCII values in between, right? So wherever you are looking for some sort of an object, so where no one will be able to manipulate, because if I will change your password, so for sure you will not be able to access your own account, right? So this is where there are many other places that you will be able to know like going forward. But yeah, this is the concept that you can try to use it. How to assign a particular value to a particular index of a string. You will not be able to assign. This is what I'm trying to say, right? A string is a immutable object. This is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So if you have a list, So inside a list indexes, you will be able to do assignment, but not inside a string. That is not possible. So a string is a immutable object, and this is the error message that you will receive if you are trying to do it. Only list is a mutable then. So as of now, we have just discussed about the list. So I think we'll discuss about a tuples, set, and dictionaries as well. So you will get to know about it. Yeah. As of now, I just discussed about the list. So I'm just trying to compare with respect to list and string. Going forward, when I'll discuss set, when I'll discuss tuples, I'll try to discuss this comparatively, like a comparative study. We'll try to do it. Our password is stored in a string. So whenever whatever password that you are going to give, so for sure it will try to encrypt it, and somewhere it is going to store it in a string format itself, right? Even encryption will try to generate some kind of a character. How to write a string in a reverse order? I think I have already shown you, right? This is a string into a reverse order. And again, even last time, like I have done the same thing. -2 if you're trying to use, so it simply means that you're trying to skip. So someone is asking that what if I'm going to use this colon -2, right? So now what we are able to get, let's try to understand it. So let's suppose this is the string that I have. This is the string that I have. Now if I'll try to do this one, now what will happen? So we know that in a reverse order, it always try to do a indexing, right? So here -1, -2, -3, and so on. Now here what will happen? So -2 simply means that I will try to take a jump. So I'll start from here. So this character, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, right? So -1 in negative direction. So -1 plus -2 is equal to -3. So next data it will try to start from -3, then -5, then -7, then -9, and so on. So this is what it means. So guys, those who are not able to understand a basic concept, I think they should go through previous classes, because in previous classes I've already discussed about the string. So string is not the new concept that we have introduced over here. The string is something that we have already discussed in our previous classes as well. Now concatenation wise, so yes, we know that let's suppose if I have SUDH, and if I'm trying to perform maybe like a KUMAR, this kind of a things. So it will try to perform a concatenation operation. So plus operator is going to do what? So plus operator in case of a string, so it is going to perform a concatenation operation. Let's suppose if I have a string, and if I have like a integer or any other values or any other data set available in any other format data type, right? So in this case there will be an issue. So what you have to do, you have to typecast. So even typecasting concept we have already discussed. So typecasting wise, so you can try to enclose this one within double quotes or maybe a single quotes. It will work, right? So it will work in this way. Or maybe you can try to use this str method. So again, in this way, so you're trying to do what? You're trying to do a typecasting. Let's suppose if I have a string SUDH, and if I have a list, right? So if I have a list, and inside a list, let's suppose I have like a KUMAR, and then let's suppose 3, 4, 5, 6, and all those things. Again, there will be an issue. Can only concatenate a string to a string, not to a list. So whenever you are trying to perform a concatenation operation, right? So both of these things must be available in a form of either a string or maybe a list. Then only you will be able to perform this kind of operation. Otherwise, you will not be able to perform any kind of operations at all. Now, here, right? So again, we talked about like a multiplication operation. So SUDH, if I'm going to write, and if I'm going to multiply these things by 6, so 6 times it is going to repeat SUDH, SUDH, SUDH. Simple, right? So 6 times it is going to repeat it. So multiplication means it will just try to repeat the same data again. Now, so whenever we are talking about a string, let's suppose if I have defined some string, right? So my name is, right? So this is a string that we have. Now, if I'll try to do S dot, right? S is nothing but what? S is storing this data. So S is a variable. right? S is a variable which is storing this data. Now, if I'll try to do S dot, there are many inbuilt function you will be able to get. So S dot, and let's suppose if I have to do some kind of a auto completion, I don't remember all the methods, right? There are hundreds of methods you will be able to find out with string, with list, and with other data type. So it's not possible to remember each and every method at all, right? For no one, and even I don't advise anyone to remember even a single method, even a single one, right? It's just all about practice. So whenever you will try to do string object dot, so a string variable dot, right? And you can press tab in a Jupyter notebook, right? You can press a tab inside a Jupyter notebook. So you will be able to get all the possible inbuilt methods, whatever inbuilt method is available, right? So you will be able to see all the possible inbuilt method over here. So let's try to understand one by one some of the inbuilt method which we are going to use in our classes as well as in our future. So we are going to use it. So let's suppose this is a string that we have, right? And then there is a method called as find. So let's suppose if I have written f and then press tab. So starting from f, what and all methods we have, you will be able to get a hint. Simple variable dot and then press tab. It's not like you will create an integer variable and then you will be able to get the same things. Many of you will try these things, right, for sure, but you will not be able to get all the time all methods. So whatever method is available as an inbuilt method from a Python installation itself, you will be able to get that method. Going forward, we will try to understand, right, in our package and module programming, that how we can create such kind of a method by ourselves, right? But as of now, we are supposed to use some of the inbuilt method. We should know about it. Going forward, I will even prefer to ask you to create your own method, create your own function, right? And just try to call it in this way. And even tab will work in that way. So here I can try to write s dot, and then let's suppose if I'm going to use one method called as find, right? So let's suppose if I have written find what. So find maybe like m over here, execute. So here what it returns, or what it is going to give you as an output. So I have written this s, which is a string variable, which is nothing but a string variable. This can be anything, my name, your name, anything you can create as a variable. Yeah, there is no restriction with that. So here I can try to write my string variable dot find, and I have written m. So it will try to find m. It will try to find m inside a particular string. This is what it will try to do. It will try to find like m inside a string. Now here, why I have taken m? I have m over here twice inside my data, right? It is just giving the 0, but I have like a m 2 times inside my data. So let's try to understand that how find function actually work. So here, if I'll try to show you a definition, let's suppose this is a find method I'm using for the very first time, right? And I'm not aware about it, or maybe someone else has written a code and I'm not able to understand what find method does exactly, right? So maybe I'll have to do a Google search, or I'll have to ask someone. So no need to do either of these things. What you can do is just try to press shift and tab, right? Inside a bracket, inside a function itself, just try to press shift and tab, and then here, right, you will be able to get a straightforward documentation from a Python itself that returns the lowest index in S while substring sub is found, such that sub contained within a string start to end. Now it simply says that it returns what a lowest index is. Means let's suppose if I'm trying to look, if I'm looking for some character inside a string, right? If I'm looking for some character inside a string, so it will not give me all the possible occurrences and index of it. No, it will try to give me which one? Just a first occurrences or a lowest indexes. Both are same, right? Definition wise. So here in this case, you will be able to find out that we have m over here and we have m over here. So for sure, when it will start parsing it, so it will start from here, right? So wherever you will be, it will be able to get m. It will try to give you index of that index. That okay, fine. This is something that you were looking for. This is something that you were trying to find it out. And this is available over here. And after that, it will terminate. It will not even look for the second one. It will not even try to look into a second one. This is how a find function works. So sometimes it's confusing for a people who is just starting as a beginner in this one, that okay fine, so find is giving me just one occurrences. Now let's suppose if I have written mn, right, and execute. So here you will be able to find out that it is giving you -1. Now -1 is not a index. Or let's suppose if I'm looking for something else, it's giving me -1. Now this string or substring is not available inside a string S where I'm looking for, right? So if something is not available, in that case, it is going to give you -1, not a G or not like a some error. It will try to give you -1. -1 simply means that this string is not available inside my actual string, or this substring is not available inside my actual string. So let's suppose if I'm looking for my, so my is available at 0th indexes. So this will try to look for the substring, and lowest indexes it will try to return. Then okay fine, so my is available at 0th location, right? So yes, you will be able to get my over here. Or maybe if I'm looking for a name, right? So yes, name is available at 3rd location, so 0 1 2, which is a space, right, and 3. So 3rd location name is going to start itself. Simple, right? So this is how you will be able to get this data. Now I have one simple requirement over here, right? I have a question for you, right? So you have like a 2 minute of time to solve this question, right? So let's try to do one operation. This is my S, and I'm assuming that you all have all are attending this class with your laptop or with your system. Yeah. So here I have a string S. My question over here is very simple for you, right? So I have to extract, right, just this I have to extract an index of N, A, M, and E. I have to extract index of all of these 4, right, just for this name substring that we have inside our data. So just give me a indexes of N, A, M, E based on this particular approach or whatever approach that you are going to utilize. But I'm looking for, and that too, it's not like you will do first of all find M, then find A, find M. Find M, if you will do, you will be able to get location of this one. But no, I'm looking for location of this one, right? Now write a code for this. Quick, everyone. You have 3 minutes of time. So someone has written S of 3 of 7. Now how I will get to know 3 till I have to go till 7? Let's suppose, so again I'm looking for the optimized code. So let's suppose if I have given you this one, my name is, right, Kumar, name of org is, right? So name of org is iNeuron. Now we have name in 2 places, right? We have name over here, we have name over here. I'm looking for an index of all of those things which is available inside this name. Now give it to me. And just assume and imagine that you don't know about like a location of any of this A, M, or E, anything. And just for this name, not for this name. So guys, are you able to understand a problem? Because whatever solutions that you are pinging me, none of the solution is correct. Many of you have pinged me a solution. Even Rupesh, no, not at all. Sanket, Jisu, no, not at all. Here you have just hard coded 0 to 4, right? So this will not work. I'm looking for a location. See, what is the output which I'm looking for? I'm looking for index. I'm not looking for data. I'm looking for index of N, index of A, index of M, index of E, right? So this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I think Rashu has given me a correct output. I'm looking for a few more outputs, guys. Quick. Okay, so I can see some other correct solution as well. I'm looking for an index, guys. Simple. Just an index. Index of M is index of N, index of A, index of M, and index of E. And that too for the first name, not for the second name. Someone has written find N, find A, find M. Find M means M is equal to 0, it will give you. So that is not an index of M which is available inside N, right? So someone has written find N, find A, find M. So N, A, E, it will give you a correct result. What about M? For M, it will give you index is equal to 0, but I'm looking for this index, right? So 3, 4, 5. So M should be like a 5. Yeah, Rupesh has pinged me a correct solution this time. Okay, I'm just looking at your solution, guys. Keep on pinging me. I think Vishal correct. IUC index of M. No. Atul, okay, Ranger, Lender, okay, fine. Quite close, yeah. Okay, 3 minutes is over. Now I'll talk about solution from your side itself. Someone has pinged me a solution, right? Over here. So here he has written, so let me execute first of all, right? And as you can see, I'm able to get a indexes. Now let's try to understand it. Those who are not able to understand questions, so I think things will be clear now. Okay, so here, right? And be ready, guys. In between, I'll keep on giving you like a 2 minute, 3 minute of task. So be ready and write a code. So here, what this person has written. So he has written that s dot find, right? Find what? M, name. So we all know that if I'm going to write this find like a name, it is going to give me a very first index. It simply means that it will give me this index, right? Name is here, substring is here, so it will give me this first indexes. So I am able to get my starting point, right? I'm able to get my starting point. Now from this starting point, I have to go through this one till E. This is my requirement, right? So from the starting point, so I have to go till this particular point. So he has written this code that, okay, find I in range of length of name. So now what is the length of name? It's nothing but 4 is the length of the name. So what will be a range of 4? So range of 4 is going to give you 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? So this is something it is going to give it to you. Now he has written that, okay, print what? So print what? So here I is nothing but it is going to give you indexes. So 0th indexes, first indexes, second indexes, third indexes, one by one it will try to extract, right? Now here he has written b. B is nothing but it's a first index. B is nothing but 3. So 3 plus 0, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, right? So now I'm able to get a index values of name, right? So this is like even if you will ask me to write a code, I will try to utilize the same approach. Now there can be a multiple approaches by which you can try to write a code, but yeah, this is one of the way by which you can write a code. So I think all of you are able to understand it, right, guys? Everyone, can I get yes? Yeah. So my requirements and this one. Okay. So fine. So there are there are hundreds of other ways as well to write a code. This is not the only way, right? So you don't have to remember anything that, okay, fine. So no, this is how I can write a code. You can write a code by using a while loop as well. Without using a for and while loop, you will be able to write a code. That is also possible, right? So there are variety of ways. There are hundreds of ways by which I can write a code. It just depends upon how I am going to build a logic. And this is what we are trying to learn, right? Code is nothing but writing a beautiful story. Simple. Okay, moving ahead, right? So find function we all are able to understand. Fine. Now here, the next inbuilt function that we have to use over here is s dot, let's suppose C. So from C, we have like a count function, right? So I will try to use what? I will try to use count function over here, which is again an inbuilt function that we have, right? So here I will try to, let me print my string over here. So this is my string S, right? Now count wise, I can try to like write M over here. Let's suppose M, right? And then count is going to give you what? So I think we all are able to understand. Count will try to tell you that what is a number of occurrences of this particular data throughout a complete string, right? Or let's suppose, right? Let's suppose if I'm going to write my over here. So my, which is nothing but it's a substring, right? So this substring has appeared just one time. Now let's suppose I will try to execute this one, and this is my string now. And let's suppose if I would like to know that, okay, fine. So how many times name has appeared, right? So name has appeared twice. So yes, it is able to give me twice, right? So I will be able to count it that, okay, fine. So how many times like this particular string is going to appear. And yes, so I will be able to find it out. Like I will be able to, I'll get to know that, okay, fine. So this is the number of times that our string is trying to appear, or substring is trying to appear in my entire string. So this is what a count function does at any point of a time. So hope this function is pretty much clear to every one of you. Again, so you don't have to remember, just shift and tab and you will be able to get a definition. So return the number of non-overlapping occurrences of a substring, right? So whatever substring that you are going to give over here, so it will try to pick and choose non-overlapping. Now what if, right? So what if this one is available into uppercase, one of this data set is available into uppercase? So what will happen in that case, right? In that case, yes, it is a case sensitive. So it will try to give you just one, right? So even case wise, it will try to match. So if something is available into upper cases, it will try to treat that particular string into a different way. It will be a different string, whole sort of a different string for this one. Yeah. So now a next one, right? So I'll try to show you that how you can convert all the data into a lower cases, into a upper cases. There are many ways, there are a variety of ways, which I will try to explain it to you. Okay. Now there is another inbuilt method which you all will be able to find out, called as split. So let's suppose I have this string, right? And then I can try to call s dot split. So as you can see, split just automatically it is giving me hint, right? Split. Now here, so if I'll try to execute, what has happened, right? So what has happened over here? So I have called string dot split, right? So whenever I'm going to call a string dot split over here, now if you will try to check a definition of this split, so return a list of the word into a string using a separator as a delimiter string. Now what is a meaning of it, right? And by default, right, the delimiter according to which split the string, and by default it will try to take a split or separator as a white space. Let's try to understand it. So definition says over here that split is going to return a list of all the substring that you have inside a string. Now here I have not given any delimiter. So what it will do? So by default, it will try to use a separator character or separator as a space, right? So here we have a space, here we have a space. So you will be able to find out that it has splitted this data, 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 and all of these data separately, right? So this is what it has done. Based on the space, it has separated all of my data. Now let's suppose I would like to split my data based on this n, or maybe based on this comma. I would like to split my data, right? So is it possible? Will I be able to do it, right? So let's try to understand this particular part. So here again I can try to call a split, s dot split, right? Inside that I can try to say that, okay, fine. So this time I'm not looking for a split out of the white space. I'm looking for a split. I'm looking for like a splitting the data. That is fine. But this time, so maybe based on comma, I would like to split a complete string, execute. So here you will be able to find out that it has returned me a list, right? It has returned me a list. And here, so it is separated by, so wherever there is a comma, right? Wherever there is a comma, So it is trying to split it. Now don't get confused with this comma. This is just for the representation. This comma, this is just for the representation, right? Python compiler will show you like so that you will be able to understand this. This is just for the representation. It's not a part of your data set at all. So yes, it is able to split my data. Let's suppose I would like to split my data based on n, right? So wherever there is a n, split my data. Yes. So my, and then here we have n, right? Split the data. AME is this one. Then wherever here we have n. So again, it has splitted my data, right? From one place till next n. So here there is like a uppercase. So yeah, it will not try to split it. And then here, so we have n. So again, it has done a split operations. Again, in a last, so we have n. So yes, after that, there is no data. So that's the reason. So we are getting a blank. So this is a list of the data that I'm able to get out of the split statement. Let's suppose if I'm looking for a split based on NA, right? Yes, I will be able to do it. NA was here, right? And there is no other places where we have NA. So it has created two data inside a list, right? It has created two data inside a list and it is able to split my data in the easiest possible way. Let's suppose if I would like to check that what is a type of this data, it's a list. Type of this return type of this split function is what? It's a list which it always try to return to me. This is what happens in case of a split operations, right? So hope this concept is pretty much clear to all of you, right? Now, so there is something called as string dot upper. So let's suppose this is a string that we have, right? So this is a string that we have over here. And let's suppose if I'm going to call upper as a function in this particular place, execute. So you will be able to find out that every data it will try to convert into a uppercase, right? It has converted all the data into a uppercase. Similarly, if I'm looking for s dot lower, so it will try to convert all the data. Here we had a capital letter, right? So it has converted all the data, right? So whatever is there in a lowercase, it's fine. Whatever is not there into a lowercase, it will try to convert every data into a lower cases. So again, this is a inbuilt function that we have. Upper is an inbuilt function, split is an inbuilt function, right? Count is an inbuilt function, find is an inbuilt function that we have inside a string. Now, so let's try to understand, right? So let's try to understand another one. So s dot, right? So s dot, there is another thing called as swap case. Now execute. Now swap case means what? Swap case simply means that wherever we have a small, it will try to swap it in a upper, and wherever we have upper, it will try to swap it into a lower. This is what happens. So here, as you can see, so in my original string, so n was available and n was in uppercase. It has converted into a lowercase, and rest of the data is available with me, which was already there into a lower cases. So it has converted all the other data into a upper cases. So uppercase, lowercase, swap case. So these are again an inbuilt function which is available. And again, guys, no need to remember even a single function or a single method, not at all, right? This complete library has been designed in such a way, Python programming has been designed in such a way that you will be able to see and you will be able to understand what it is trying to achieve or what it is trying to do. Okay, now, so let's try to understand, right? So let's try to understand in this way. So let's suppose if I'm trying to use s and or let's suppose if I'm trying to like write this one dot join, and then I can try to mention s over here. So now, as you can see, right? So I have mentioned what? So I have mentioned, okay, fine. So join s. Now, what join s will try to do? So let's try to understand. So again, no need to remember any of this method. So here I have done just join. Let's suppose if I'm trying to join like s over here. So here you will be able to find out that it has just replaced everything or joined everything with the s. So join method, I think as its name suggests, so it will try to join space after each and every string character. So it has just like a splitted the complete data set in this particular way. And this is what a join does, right? There is something called as a reversed. So here there is a another object called as, or another function called as reversed. So here we have already seen that if we have to reverse a string colon colon minus 1, I think we all understand this particular part. So here I will be able to get our data into a reverse order, right? Here there is a function you will be able to find out. So if you are going to call reversed, it will try to reverse it, but you will not be able to get a complete outcome. Here it will try to give you an outcome in a object format, which for sure you will not be able to understand. So if you have to understand, so maybe what I can do is, so maybe I can try to enclose these things within a list, and then I will be able to understand this particular part. So here you will be able to find out that this is the list and it has reversed the data, right? Noreuni. So in this way, one by one character it has reversed, and then I'm able to get the final result. So this is what a reversed does. Or else if I have to extract this data, so maybe I can write for I in this reversed, right? Print of what? Print of I. Same outcome. Last time I was getting outcome in terms of a list, this time without a list for sure. But yeah, so I'm able to get the same outcome. So reversed character of each and everything I'm able to receive. So this is again another function which you can try to use it. But yes, it is going to return you the object. So if it is going to return you the object, you have to perform some sort of a iteration over to it, and then only you will be fine. Yeah. So by default, it is going to give you an object. Now let's try to understand this part. So let's suppose if I have a string over here, string s is equal to sudh. Now there is a space which is available, right, before and after. So let's suppose if I have to remove a space, what I can try to do. So a strip is a function which I can try to use over here and execute. So by default, as you can see, let's suppose if I have a space, too many spaces if I have, and if I'll try to show you my actual string, this is how it looks like, too many spaces, right? Now if I'll try to call it inside s.strip, by default, it will try to strip off all the space which is available before and which is available after. Let's see what happens if we have a space in between. So here it is not able to remove a space in between. It is able to remove a space after and before of my string, of my complete string, but not in between. It is able to reverse it, right? So not in between, it is able to reverse it at all. So this is what happens. Now there is something called as a string s dot l strip. So left hand side strip. So let's suppose if I'm going to do that. So on left hand side, whatever space that we have, so it will try to remove it, not on right hand side, right? So to remove something into a right hand side, so I can try to write s dot r strip, right? R strip, and then execute. So in this way, this time it has removed from right hand side. R strip means right side strip, or L strip means left hand side strip. So it is just able to strip, or it is just able to remove all of those things. So this is again a part of string manipulation. These things are pretty much useful when you will try to write a huge amount of code and when you will try to process a data set, because as a part of data cleansing operations, so yes, you are going to utilize all of those things for sure. Okay, so here, right, so here what you will be able to do is like yes, we are able to like perform this kind of operations. Yeah. Now here, let's suppose if I have a string s, okay. Now here, L strip, R strip, we know. So strip means both side. L means left hand side, R means right hand side. Okay. Now this is a string s. Now here I can try to write s dot replace, right? and then if I'll try to like write over here, so replace basically all G, right? All G with what? So all S. So here you will be able to find out that G is been replaced, right? G is been replaced by what? So G is been replaced by S over here. This is what it means. So G is been replaced. So here we had G, and G has been replaced with yes. So here string dot string object dot replace, and then what you have to replace with what you have to replace, right? Now here let's try to do a few more experiments in this particular place. So here let's suppose if I would like to replace these things with multiple character, right? So yes, wherever there will be G, it will try to remove it. Let's suppose I would like to remove GR, right? So GR with this one. So yes, wherever there will be a GR as a substring, right? It will try to replace it. Now let's try to print my original string. So there is no changes you will be able to observe in my original string. So again, just try to recall a concept called as immutability. So a string is what? A string is a immutable object. So let's suppose if this is S and here, so we are trying to hold some sort of a string. Now this is a string that we are trying to hold, let's suppose over here, and which is like a referring to a variable S. Now, so replace wise, if we have done that, right? So it will try to do a reconstruction of a string in some other space, not in some same space. So immutability concepts gets applied once you will be able to do a changes into a same space. If you're trying to do some kind of a change into a other space, that is not a part of immutability. Immutability simply means that in a same address, in a same location, in the same place, if we are able to make a changes. So as I have already mentioned, and I have shown you that string is an immutable object. You can't change it. But here you will be able to observe that yes, it is able to change it. So how it is changing it? So it is changing it because it is trying to take the string, it is trying to reconstruct the string, and this is how we are able to get our data. So it's nothing but it's a string reconstruction that it is trying to do, and because of that, so that's the reason. If I'm able to like call my newest like my original string, I'm not able to get the updated one. I'm able to get what? I'm able to get this one. Now here, so if I have to, right? If I have to like replace these things with new data, in that case, what I can do? So in that case, I can try to do a assignment operation. So here I can try to write S is equal to this one. And in this way, I will be able to do a assignment operations, reassignment operation, which is not again a mutability concept, right? I'm just trying to refer this variable to some other location, right? So this simply means that let's suppose this is a string S over here, right? So what I'm trying to do, so here I'm trying to do some manipulation, right? And I'm trying to break this tie, and then I'm trying to associate with this one. In this way, it will be able to update it. So actually it is showing you that it looks like that it has updated the string, but no, internally, this is how it is trying to do it. And that is the reason. So we are not able to get the updated one unless and until we are not doing a complete reassignment operations to this variable. So whenever we'll do this, so it will try to break our communication with this one, and it will try to associate itself with this one. This is what happens in case of a string. So is this things fine for everyone, guys? Are we able to understand? Yes. There are many memory management things which will come in between. So we'll try to understand it. Greeting from iNeurons, so a string will stay in memory. Yeah. So memory means main memory I'm talking about, because every execution happens into a memory, right? So are you talking about after storage or just outcome? So if you're just talking about the outcome, in that case, no, it will just try to like give you the output and destroy it. How to remove all the white space? So in that case, you will have to maybe split and concatenate again. I'll give you those assignments, don't worry. Still not clear how string is immutable in a replace method. I think I have explained it in a better way. So, but still, let's try to understand once again. Right. Now, this is a string over here, right? Okay, so this is a string that we have, s is equal to sudh. Okay, this is the same thing I have done. Now here, so let's suppose I'm trying to call s replace, right? So a string dot replace, so replace all u, right? So wherever we have u with something like that, right? So replace u with Kumar. So wherever you have u, just do one thing, replace it. Yes. So here there was u, it has replaced these things with Kumar. Now what will happen inside internally? So internally it will not try to manipulate this space, not at all, right? It will try to reserve another space, and here, so it will try to do a reconstruction. Okay, so here it will try to do a reconstruction. That's the reason. So whenever I will try to print, right, s, I will be able to get the original data, right? I will be able to get the original data, not the manipulated one, because it has stored these things, it has occupied a new space, right? And for sure we all know that immutability is not possible inside a string. Now when I say mutability, immutability, it is all, I'm always referring, I'm always referring to a same location. Means in same location you will not be able to do a manipulation. So let's suppose if I'm trying to like do s of 1, which is nothing but u, right, is equal to Kumar, this is not allowed, because we are trying to change something into a same location. So for sure this thing is not allowed, right? A string is a immutable object, so this is not allowed, because immutability simply says that in the same location, if I'm able to replace or if I'm able to modify it, then it is a mutable object. If I'm not able to do it, it's a immutable object. So string is an immutable object. That's true, right? So here the replacement that you are able to see. So basically, this is how it is trying to do a replacement. It is trying to reserve a new space. Now let's suppose, right? So let's suppose if I would like to like change a value of s with this one. In that case, I can try to do a reassignment. S is equal to this change one, right? And then execute. So here you will be able to find out that yes, this is a s is now what? A new data. So what happens? What happened in this particular procedure? So it will try to detach itself from here, and now it is pointing to which location? It is pointing to this location. So it will forget about this one. It will not be able to remember this one. So this is what it does in terms of a assignment operation, in terms of a replacement operation, and this is how a string is immutable. Is it fine, guys, to everyone, those who were not able to understand in a first goal? Yes, can I get yes from everyone? It means variable remains same. No, it means variable name remains same. Variable remains same means you are referring to a location actually, right? So variable name, I can try to override it, right? I'm just trying to override it. Simple. Okay. So variable name remains same. It is now referring to or pointing to some other location. That's it. Nothing else. So just try to do one thing, guys. Just try to do a permutation combination, because permutation combination is the best way to learn, right? You will get some error. Try to understand it, that why I'm getting this error, and then try to rectify it. Okay, now, so there is another inbuilt method. So we have discussed replace, we have discussed R strip, L strip, strip we have discussed, right? We have discussed join operation, we have discussed swap case, we have discussed lowercase, we have discussed uppercase, we have discussed split method, we have discussed count method, we have discussed find method, right? So there are so many methods that we have discussed so far, so forth. Just try to like understand a couple of more methods, then I'll give you task. Okay, so I will give you a task which will be a combination of everything that I have discussed. So everything you will end up using into a single task itself. Yeah, so everything you will end up using, so don't worry. So let me talk about couple of more inbuilt function, right? And see, like I said, don't even remember a single one, although I'm teaching you in a class, but still I don't advise to remember even a single one. After some time, after a couple of weeks, right, you will be able to remember everything. I can bet you on that. Yeah, but as of now, for the first time, don't remember. Use it, Do some permutation combination by yourself in your system now itself, right, along with me, and then forget it completely. No need to remember, just forget it, simple. But you know all thing. Yeah, I know all thing. Not all thing, I will say. I never claim that only fool can claim that like people knows everything. I know something just because of practice, simple, nothing else. How to think about a new logic? First of all, you will learn and then you will be able to think about a new logic. So logic always be used to form based on the task. It will not come automatically. So yeah. Now let's try to like understand couple of more inbuilt method, and then I will try to tell you. I will give you one task, a bigger one, right? Okay. So string wise, maybe I can try to write again my name, right? Over here, this is a string that we have. Now there is a method again, not very much useful method, I will say, but yeah. So let's try to talk about it. There is something called as a center, right? Now here I can try to define maybe 20 and then comma, right? And then I can try to define maybe like a b over here. Now what has happened in this one? Again, it's not a useful method at all. I've never used it, but this is the method which is available, so I'm just talking about it. Okay, so this is my string, right? What I have done is string this one dot center. Now what center will do? So here I have passed two arguments. One is 20 and one is this p. What will happen with this one? So here it will try to reserve this 20 space. So 20 space it will try to reserve, right? It will try to put my string into a center. SUDH, it will try to put into a center. And before and after, whatever data that we have, right, it will try to replace these things with B. This is what it does. So you will be able to find out that total length of the space is equal to 20. It is trying to keep SUDH over here in a middle, in a center, as name suggests. And before and after, it has filled everything with what? With B. Maybe I can try to fill all those things with a space. So yeah, that is fine. So a space. Maybe I can try to use any odd number, even number, doesn't matter at all, right? It will be able to manage. So let's try to like fill these things with some two character, TY. There is a issue. So at any point of a time, whenever you're trying to do like a center, here you are supposed to give only one character. Let's suppose if I have to like replace everything with has, right? Has, and then SUDH has. Yes, I can do it, right? So which is a special case character at the rate. Yes, I can do it, right? So it will try to keep your original string S into a center, and then it will try to reserve this money, this much of a space, right? And then rest of the space it will try to occupy with the character that you are going to mention over here. This is what center does. Not a useful method at all. I have never used it. Like I don't remember when I have used it in like while writing a code, right? But yeah, this is the method which is available. So I think you should know about it. Okay. Okay. So fine. Now, so there is another method. Let's suppose if I have a string over here, S, and here, so SUDH/T Kumar. This is something that I have written. So in a single string, I have written what? I have written SUDH/T KUMAR. Okay. Now this is fine. So if I'm going to like print this S, so yes, /T is nothing but it's a tab character. But as it's a part of a string, so compiler is not able to understand that this one is a tab. In general, it will be a tab, means it will try to like leave 3 spaces or 1 tab in between. So here, if I have to separate this data, based on the tab, right? Based on the tab. So what I can do is I can try to call s dot expand tabs. This is again an inbuilt method, and execute. And as you can see, it is able to expand these things with the help of tab. So it is going to return me a string. Now there is no /T, right? It is able to identify that wherever we have a /T, let's suppose if I'm going to place /T in a multiple places, right? So it will try to replace /T with actual tab over here. So this is something like a expand tab operations is going to do it for you. Okay. So it's completely fine. So these are the inbuilt method, right? These are the inbuilt method that you will be able to find out over here. Now, so next one, right? So now next one that we can do it. So before that, let me try to give you some kind of a task. Okay. So some sort of a task maybe I can try to assign. So here what you can do is, so you can try to take one string, right? Okay, now what you have to do over here, so you have to, right, first of all, okay, so this is a five task, guys, which is there for you, right? So first of all, what you have to do, so you have to take this string, right? So somewhere there is a uppercase, somewhere there is a lowercase, you will be able to find out. So task one is nothing but normalize all the string into a lower cases. Everything must be available into a lower cases. Then find the number of occurrences of A. So wherever we have A, right? So how many times A has occurred or A has appeared in the entire string? That is something you have to find out. Find all the location index of A, not only just the first one, but location of each and every A. You are supposed to find it out. Replace all the A with iniron. So wherever there is a, replace everything with like a iniron, right? Store it and then print all the word as a list. So like we all are A separately in as a part of like a list I'm looking for. So just try to solve it. You have like a next 7 minute of time. I think within 7 minutes we can do it. So hopefully this question is clear to everyone, right, guys? Yeah. So one by one, just do it. Third number is find all the location or indexes of A in a string. All A, not just one. So it's 429. We will wait till 436. Second question, A comes 5 times. Yes. 5 minutes left, guys. Just do it. Okay, I can see many code. One last note, guys. Yeah, so I'm looking into all the code actually, don't worry. Okay, fine, it's done. Now, so I have copied some of the code given by you itself. Some of the code is working fine. Somewhere I'm getting some issue. We'll try to fix it. Not an issue at all. So this is the question, guys, that I have given to you, right? So the first question is normalize all the string into a lower cases. So let's try to understand from this one. So a dot lower. So yes, we are able to normalize all the data, right? And we can try to print over here I think those who have written this code, this is not my code at all, guys. So don't even think about it if there is a mistake. So there is a mistake, then str object is not callable in your line number 5, line number 5. Okay, maybe from here we can try to start. Yeah. So this is basically like a full stack. This is the data and a dot lower. So we are trying to convert everything into a lower cases. That is fine. So I will be able to get it. A dot lower. So yes, B in a lower cases we'll be able to get it. So first is fine. Find the number of occurrences of A in a entire data, right? So here count. So count is a very simple operations that we can try to do. And C is going to tell me that, okay, fine. So how many times I'm able to get count. Okay. C, right? So five times we have received a C, right? So yes, this one is fine. Now here the third question is find all the indexes of A in a string, right? So this is what we are supposed to find it out. So here if I'll talk about find all the indexes, so here what he has done, right? So what he has done or C has done over here is, so first of all, we are trying to find out length of A, right? So we are trying to find out a length of A. That is fine. So here it will try to return the complete length of A from here to here. Now range, so range will try to generate a number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. We are trying to go through a 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 indexes, all these things one by one, right? And this person has written that, okay, fine. So if A of I is equal to A, means string at this particular place is equal to A, right? So in that case, print what? So print I. I will be nothing but its location for sure, right? So here we will be able to get, okay, fine. So A is available at 3rd location, 7th location, 11th location, 14th and 28th location. So this is completely fine according to question. Now, so what is next? So next was find all the location. Okay, fine. Replace all A with I neuron. So yes, A dot replace. So we are able to do a replacement operations A with I neuron. And here, so I can try to print D. So wherever there was A, so everywhere it was replaced by I neuron. Now split. So fifth question was print all the word as a list, right? All the word as a list. So I think we all know that if we are going to perform a split operation, so split always returns what? So based on the delimiter. By default, delimiter is a name like a white space, right? So it will try to split my data, and then finally I will be able to get this result as a list. So this solution seems good to me. Can only concatenate string not integer to str in line number 5. Okay, so C you are trying to concatenate, right? So maybe you can try to write in this way, percentile of D. Yeah, so this way, or just remove this part. So it will try to take care of it. You don't need to use plus operator. So this one will be fine. So this code is fixed. Then this one again, another solution. Okay, so this guy has used a for each loop, as we have not discussed for each loop. So I'll not talk about it because in a class I will be talking about this kind of a loop, which is called as a for each loop. Yeah, so I'll discuss about this one. But yeah, even this one is a perfect solution, right? Used he has just used something which we are going to discuss in a future. This statement, right? How to like write a complete condition as well as if statement into a single line itself, right? And take out iterable object out of this one. Again, this solution is same, and this is great. And this one is l dot append of e. So what this person has done, let me try to understand that in a first place. So here we can try to like get count is equal to C. So yes, we are able to get it. And then over here, it's a blank list, fine, E in range of A. So fine, it will go through the A. E is nothing but indexes. A of E is equal to A. So L dot append, okay. And where is the issue? Line number 11. So there is a issue. Okay, so print, I think we should remove because it will try to give me a list object. A dot invalid syntax, line number 11. This one is fine. This one is fine. A is equal to A dot replace. Okay, so for the first time it will work fine because he is doing the replacement operation. So just because of immutability concept, it will not be able to overwrite. So line number, okay, here is the output. This will work fine. This will work fine. Yeah. So fine, this one is done. So hope you all are able to do it, and hope you all are able to understand the concept. Yeah. Many seems to use assignment operator. Output is written in the right side. Yes, I have just removed it. Rest is fine. Okay. So many of you have done that, guys. And yes, this is something that we are supposed to write. Okay. So even this one is fine. So let me ping one of the solution, right? So everything is correct. So let me ping. So this is the solution that we have. And again, this is for each solution, which is a little bit different, right? So I'm pinging you that as well, but don't try to understand the second solution. I will try to discuss about it, and then you can try to understand. Okay, so I think we all are good. So guys, simple thing is do a permutation combination, right? This is the only way to get a hold with respect to a code. There is no other way. Uh, no memorization, nothing. So just try to like take any data and then start doing some permutation combination. You will be very good with all this like kind of a code automatically. So without even memorizing anything. Now, the next concept that I'm going to discuss over here is that there are some like a checking method which is available with respect to a string. So let's suppose s is equal to sudh, right? Now s dot is. Now there are many method which is going to start from age. Is alpha num, is alpha, is ASCII, is decimal, is digit, right? Is lower, is numeric. So whatever method, whatever inbuilt method which is going to start from is, right? So whatever inbuilt method which is going to start from is, so it is going to return you true or false kind of a statement, or it is going to return you a Boolean value in a simplest possible way, right? So all this is alpha, is num, all those things is going to return a Boolean value, right? So let's try to understand this particular part, right? So let's try to understand s dot is, right, upper. So it will try to check that whether our string S is available in a uppercase or not. If not, it will return false. If yes, it will try to return what? True. This is what it does. So here, let's suppose if I'm going to make first character as a uppercase, still it's a false because it is expecting all the character to be available in a uppercases. So SUDH, and now this time it will give me true, right? So is your string available into uppercases? Yes, it is available. So it is true. I will be able to receive over here. Now, so the another one is S dot is lower, right? Again, inbuilt method, and all this method, whatever method is going to start with is, it will return either true or false, and name itself will tell you everything. Name itself, right? So upper, lower, all this name itself will tell you that, okay, fine. So what this like a string is trying to do it. So here we can try to is lower, is my S available into a lower cases? No, not at all, right? This is not available into a lower cases, so that's the reason it's false. If I'll try to make it in this way, right? Is it available into a lower cases? No, it is not available into a lower cases. Some is available in upper case, some is available in lower case, so it is false. If it is available into SUDH, yes, it is true now. Okay, so this is what happens. Now here, so is a space. Now a string, let's suppose S dot is space, right? So here it is giving me false. Now let's suppose if I'm going to make a string and I can try to keep some space over here, right? Now if I'm going to check this one is a space, again false. Let's do one thing, remove this one and just try to keep a space, right? So here is a space, true. It is going to give it to me, right? So it is going to give it to me. So this is what it is going to give it to you. So is a space. Now there is another inbuilt method is digit. Is digit. So again false. So if my data set is available over here, so let's suppose is digit, false. It is just checking for a digit. So let's suppose if I'm going to mention just a digit part over here, in this case it is going to return true. Simple, right? So you're not supposed to remember anything, and here every definition you will be able to find it out in this particular place. Now a string S dot ends with, so is my string ending with S? False, right? Now here now it's true because my string is ending with S in this particular place. Now start with, there is another method. So I'm just talking about this method so that you will get to know that, okay, fine. So this kind of a things exist. That's it. Just for this sake, not to remember any methods. So don't worry about it. Likewise, there are 100,000 methods and it's impossible to remember anything. So is start with N. So I think we all know that what it is trying to do is start with N, right? So no, my data set is not starting with N, it's starting with actually S. So if N, it is going to give me false. So let's suppose if I'm going to write S, so yes, it is going to give me true. Now, so there is something called as a S dot is alpha num. So here in this case, I can try to execute it. So it is trying to tell me that whether my string is having a alpha numeric character, means alphabet as well as character, or alpha numeric means it will try to check either of these things, alpha or numeric, right? So if let's suppose if I have some numeric character, even in this case, it will try to give me true. Even if I just have a numeric character, right? So if I just have a, let me remove S over here. So even in this case, it is going to give you true, right? So in both the cases, or mix if you have, so in this case, it will give you true. There is another thing called as S dot is alpha. Is alpha, right? So it will just look for what? It will just look for the alphabetical character. So as of now, in my string, I have a numeric value. Let's suppose if I have alpha numeric character, right? So here what will happen? In case of alpha numeric, no, this one will true, but this one will false because we have a numeric character as well. So maybe we can try to remove all the numeric character and then we can check, right? So here, if I'm trying to check it, so it's going to give me true. So it's a alphabetical character that we have over here. Now there is something called as s dot is title. So execute. It is giving me false. Why it is giving me false? Because title always try to check whenever you are going to write your title, right? A name title, whenever you're going to write. So the first character will be in a upper cases. This is what we used to do. This is how we can try to create a title string, right? So the first character will be in a upper cases. So here it will always try to check that whether your first character is available into a uppercase or not. If your first character is available into upper cases, that is fine, well and good. If it is not available into upper cases, then it's not good at all, right? So it is going to give you false. So here let's suppose if I'm going to make f is equal to capital, and then if I'm going to check now, it will give me true. So these are some of the inbuilt method that you all will be able to find it out at any point of a time. So s dot and starting with is, there are many methods: is title, is split, is numeric, is lower, right? So is identifier, is digits, is decimal, is ASCII, is alpha, is num. So everything is going to return you just what? So just one thing, true or false values, right? Or ends with this one, starts with this one, is going to return you a true or false or boolean values, right? So for any kind of a checks, right? For any kind of a check, you can try to use it, because whenever we are trying to like write an email, so we try to follow one pattern, right? So at the rate of domain.com or .in or .ai, we used to give. And whenever we try to set a password, so somewhere we try to put a condition as well that, okay, fine. So like it should not have some special case character, or this must be length or something like that we used to put, right? So every kind of a conditions, you will be able to write it down in a easiest possible way with the help of all of this string inbuilt method, which is available in string or inside a Python inbuilt library, right? Now, so let's try to like go through a couple of iteration operation, right? Couple of iteration operations, and let's try to perform some of the things over here. So let's suppose if I have a string, full stack batch, right? Now for I in S, I can try to write, right? And then I can try to print I over here. So for sure, I will be able to get all the data one by one, right? But now let's suppose if someone is asking me that, okay, fine, so give me a count of all of this data. Let's suppose give me a count of like or length of this total string. And you are not supposed to use a alien function. So alien, if I can do, so I will be able to get, okay, fine. So there are 26 total number of character which is available. But someone is telling me that no, you're not supposed to use like, because someone has written alien, right? Alien is a function which is available. Length is a function which is available. Someone has written this function, right? So someone has used some logic behind this one when we are trying to call alien as a function. So something is happening inside, right? Now, so if someone will tell you that, okay, fine, so no, I'm looking for alien, but not by using an alien function, you can write your own statement by which it will be able to give me a total number of the data. So inside this one, so maybe what I can do over here is, so I can try to write my own code. So maybe I can try to write one function, one simple variable over here, count variable. So initially count is equal to 0, right? So for I in S, what I can do, so count is equal to count plus 1, right? Count plus 1, and then print count. Are we able to get the same thing? Yes, we are able to get the same thing. So without using this function, it's fine. Without so with using this function, it's fine. Without using this function, it's completely fine, right? So it depends upon me how I'm going to write a code. Depends upon my requirement. This is a very simple one. No one is going to ask you to write this kind of a code, but yeah, this is the learning point for us, right? So we are just a beginner, right, in this one. So that's the reason. So we are trying to learn all of those things. Okay. Now, so if someone will ask you that, okay, fine, so iterate through a string, right? So for I in, for sure, S, you can write it down, and then you will be able to iterate through a string, right? So iterate through a string, and I will be able to get it. But someone is telling you that no, you are supposed to iterate a string through its indexes, not through a direct string indexes by default. So maybe what I can do is I can try to write a range function length of s over here, and it will, we know that it is going to return me what? Indexes one by one. So s of I can try to print over here. So s of I can try to print over here, and in this way I will be able to get it, right? So here you will be able to find out, let's suppose if I have to print my entire string into a reverse order without using any inbuilt method or s colon minus one, right? If I have to use this, so you will be able to find it out, right? You will be able to find out that yes, it is going to start from this t by default because of this index value. It's initially 0, right? So I can try to start from there. Now it's fine. Yeah. So it's trying to give me you a reverse order of the string. So there are many ways by which I can write it down. Even you can write it down in your way, right? Now, so again, if someone will ask you, so to reverse a string without using a for loop or without using s colon one, so even with the help of while loop I can try to do it. So let's suppose I have a string sudh over here, and if I have to reverse this string, but I don't have to use colon minus one, or even I don't have to use like a reverse as a function, right? Maybe I don't have to use maybe a for loop as well. If someone has given me a condition that no for loop, no reverse string method, and no colon minus one, right? So these are the options that we are not supposed to use. So maybe I can try to use while, right? So maybe I can try to use a while over here. So while loop wise, how I can write? So let's suppose character wise, maybe I can try to write length of s minus 1 over here. So total length minus 1, and then I can try to write while ch is greater than or equal to 0. So just do one thing. So print s of ch over here, right? Print s of ch, and here, so I have made a mistake, indentation mistake. Yeah. So here print will come in this particular place, and I can try to do ch is equal to ch minus 1. Ch is greater than equal to 0. Okay, so as you can see, I'm able to reverse the string. Now what I'm trying to do over here, this is my string. Ch is nothing but length of s. What is the length of s? 4, right? 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So this will be the 3, right? So total length is equal to 4. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, right? And or I can try to use range as well, right? And then we are writing while ch is greater than equal to 0. So if this one, right? If this one is greater than equal to 0, it simply means that we have some string, right? So here I'm trying to print what? So s of ch. So initially when you will try to perform this kind of operations, so here s is what? S is sudh. Now s of ch. So in the first iteration, ch. So s of 3. So s of 3 I will try to print. S of 3 is what? H. Then I will reduce one value. Then s of 2, s of 1, s of 0. And even in this way, I will be able to reverse a complete string. So again, I think just reversal wise, so we have many permutation combinations, and with the help of that, so we all are able to achieve same thing, right? We are able to achieve a same thing. Now let's suppose someone is asking you, right? So someone is asking you that, okay, fine, this is a string that we have. Let's suppose I have a name, and name is equal to I neuron I have, and vowels wise, so someone has given you a list A, U, right? So this is the vowel, and this is the name that someone has given to you. Now if someone is asking you that, try to identify that whether this is the string that we have, right? So inside this string, what is vowel and what is not vowel, right? So which character is a vowel and which character is not a vowel character? So how I can try to write this code? So let's suppose these are the two string that is given to me. In one, we have a vowel, A, I, O, U, right? Uppercase, lowercase, both. So here, what we can try to write in this particular place is, so for I in name, I can try to write so that it will start extracting the character, right? So first extract I, then N, then E, then R, then U, then O, and M, right? And then here we can write in this way. So if I in, right? If I is available in vowels, if I is available in vowels, then try to do one thing. So try to perform a print operation. So try to print what you are supposed to do. So you can try to write in this way that, okay, fine. So this is a vowel, and I can try to use format function. This is just additional one I'm trying to use, guys, nothing else, right? And here else you can try to write print, and then like this one. I think we all know what format function does, right? So here it is able to tell you that, okay, fine. So I is vowel, N is not a vowel, E is vowel, R is not a vowel, U is vowel, O is vowel, N is not a vowel, right? So we are able to write it down. So if someone has told me that, okay, fine, so try to check so whether this data set, whether this character available inside this data is a vowel, or if it is not a vowel, so this is something that we are able to write it down. Yeah. So I think it's pretty amazing, right? So we can try to perform these kind of operations into a easiest possible way. Now, those who are not able to execute it, right? So let me ping you this code. This code is for vowel, right? It's there inside your chat box. This is a code for your printing a string into a reverse order, although this notebook will be available, so don't worry, right? So here, this is for printing with the help of for loop, printing a reverse with the help of for loop. And this code is nothing but, so printing all the data, right? Count operations, right? So without using a alien function. So these are the things that, likewise, there can be 100,000 of possibilities, right, to write a code. So these are just a couple of possibilities which I have shown you, nothing much and nothing else over here in this particular way. Now, some of you are confused about this format, right? Let me talk about it. I think I have discussed about this format in a past, right? But those who are not able to understand, no need to worry about it. I will be explaining it now itself. So see, here what happens. So let's suppose if I have written a string, right? So here, let's suppose I have given a curly braces and okay. Now let's suppose if I can write in this way, format, and then here I can try to write SUDH. Now what function or my? Now, so what format is trying to do? So let's suppose I have created one string, right? But maybe I have to fill these things in a later stage and a runtime with some values, right? Not beforehand. Beforehand, I could have filled these things, but in between a string. So after execution, so let's suppose if I have to fill this one with some string, right? Or with some data, if I have to fill these things. So what I can do is I can try to put a curly braces over here. Fine. I can try to put a curly braces over here, and then this string dot format. This is again an inbuilt function, format. And inside that, I can try to pass my argument or my values with which I would like to replace this curly braces. So in a runtime, it will replace this curly braces with this value. This is what format does. I will show you a couple of more example of a format function, right? So let's suppose if I'm creating this one, curly braces over here is, right, name, and then again curly braces, right, SUDS. So this time two space I have created, means two things are in two places I have to fill, right? So what I can do is format. and format inside that. So I can try to put like one is my, so one is string. So first will be filled by my in the same order, and the second will be filled by is. So as you can see, this has been filled by this first argument, and this has been filled by this second argument, right? Let's suppose like someone has told me that I have to take this argument from the users, right? From a user, I have to take this argument. So maybe I can try to declare these things as a variable A, and I can try to declare these things as a variable B. So someone has told me that from a user side, you have to take an input, and then you have to replace this and this data with the user side, right? So this is the variable A, this is the variable B. So I can try to create a variable A as a input. I think input function we have already discussed in our previous classes. Yeah. So here I can try to take input A, and here I can try to take a input B, right? So B is equal to again input over here, execute. So first value, second value, and then execute. As you can see, whatever I have given as a first value as A, right, it's coming over here. Whatever I have given as a second value, it's coming over here, right? Maybe I can try to create another curly braces over here, possible, right? And then try to like do it. So 3 curly braces, and then if I'm going to like do this, it is going to give me issue because it is expecting 3 fillers, right? 3 runtime argument, but I have passed how many? I have just passed 2. So it will be like a replacement of index 2 out of range for the position argument. So now maybe I can try to create another variable C, and here, so maybe third variable I can hard code it, possible. So here execute, right? Execute. So see, A with this one, B with this one, and then C. So I have just passed this third argument, right, which is a hard coded one in the place of this one. Yeah. So this is what a format function does. It will try to provide, or it will try to pass data, right? So it will try to provide, or it will try to pass a data in a runtime to a system. So in a runtime, so I'm just trying to fill up all those information with this one. So hope this things is clear, right, guys? To everyone, format is clear. Yeah. So this is just a filler, nothing else. Someone is saying no. So why no? Like just one person is saying that no, other person is saying yes. Percentile of S. So I will be talking about that. Yeah. It excludes W. Where it is excluding W? It is including everything, right? Okay, so here what we have is like there is a problem statement that we have, right? So there is a problem statement that we have in front of me. So I think many of us have heard of like a palindrome, right? So many of us have heard of like a palindrome. So palindrome is nothing but a kind of a data or kind of a string. So if you try to traverse it in a forward direction or a backward direction, so it will be same. And this is a very famous problem. So over the internet, you will be able to get thousands of code, thousands of variety of code, right? In a easiest possible way. Like someone has told me, Gautam is telling me Malayalam. Yeah. So Malayalam is one of the palindrome. So let's suppose x, y, x. If this is the string, so A is equal to x, y, x. So if you will try to read out x, y, x into a forward direction and a backward direction, it will be same, right? Or someone has pinged me like 2002. So if you will try to read it out in a forward direction or reverse direction, it will be same. Someone has again pinged me like EYE. So if you'll try to read it out in a reverse direction or into a forward direction, so you will be able to find out in the same way. So name wise, let's suppose if I have a data, Nitin, right? So yes, it will, if you will try to like traverse it into a forward direction or into a reverse direction, so you will be able to get the same mom, label, all those data, madam, right? So tnet, so all this data, so 111, so all those data, whether you are like going in a forward direction or whether you are going into a reverse direction, you will be able to see that it's trying to give you the same thing, right? It's trying to give you the same thing. So what we have to do over here is, so we have to write a code, right? So we have to write a code to check to check. So we have to take a input from the user first of all. So let's suppose I'm looking for a string input from the user. Enter a data for which palindrome. Okay, so you have to enter a data, and once you will enter a data, so it is supposed to check that, okay, fine, so enter data is a palindrome or it's not a palindrome. So it should give me like a yes, or it is supposed to give me no kind of a thing. So fine, we know that whenever we'll take our input of the data, so it will be a string, right? So we have to like check that, okay, fine, so in a forward direction if we are moving, or in a backward direction if we are moving, so whether these two string is same or not. If it is not same, so in that case it is supposed to return false. If it is same, so it is supposed to return true, right? So this is something that we are supposed to find it out. So someone has given me a very simple and small outcome over here. So let's try to like write it down. So if, right, so if I can say that s, so I can try to print s, and then maybe I can try to print a reverse of s. So S1 I can try to write, and S1 is nothing but a reverse of S. So I think we know how to print a reverse of S, right? And then we can try to check. So if S is equal to S1, right? Print it's same. Else try to print it's not a same. Yeah. So here it's not a same, right? mom, it's a same, right? And maybe like 202, it's the same, right? UIE, it's the same. So it's not the same, right? So here, in an easiest possible way, we are able to perform these things, whether it's a palindrome, whether it's not a palindrome. So we are able to check it. And again, so in your like a chat box, I can see many solutions provided by all of you guys, right? So yeah, it's really amazing. So like we all are like participating over here, and based on the participation, so yes, so like we all are able to write the code. So it's a very simple thing, right? So palindrome check, just in a or like a 1 or 2 lines, so I will be able to check it, and based on that, so I will be able to give a answer. Okay, so yeah, this is how guys I will be able to check whether my data set is palindrome or not. So this is the easiest possible way in which we can try to check it. And there are hardware as well, so I can try to use a for loop one by one. I can try to check, and then based on that, so I will be able to like get the final outcome. So that is also possible at any point of a time. Now, so this is all about, I can say that string method and inbuilt string method and all of those code that we have written so far, so forth, right? So we have seen so many things. We have seen so many like an inbuilt method today, and many string manipulations we have seen, and many of us are like just participating in all of those things. Okay, now, so I have another things as well for you. So let's try to start with the list. And we have seen what is a mutability concept, what is a immutability concept. So let's try to start with the list manipulation. So this is all about the string manipulation, how we can get the inbuilt function code which is working on top of that. So Python is an open source library. You can try to like go to a GitHub, and then you can try to check a Python code, right? In an official Python repository, you will be able to find out everything. So it's open source. But no need to worry about it. Once I'll discuss about function classes and packages, you will start creating your own function and this kind of functions by yourself. That is possible. This is not a big deal. Actually, it's a very easy things to create such kind of a function. So we think that, okay, fine. So how people creates a library, right? So as a beginner, maybe that there like there might be kind of things we used to wonder a lot. that how I can create, how I can write my own functions in this way or that way. But actually, it's very easy. We all can do it easily. So we'll try to understand. And yes, the way you have installed the Python library, right? So even in class, I will teach you that how you will be able to create your own library and then try to host it or try to include it as a part of pip package. So that is also I'll tell you, like, let's suppose if you have created some library, you can use it in your local system. That is fine. But how you will be able to make it as a open source. So let's suppose in machine learning, if I have like we have many methods for doing a data manipulation, standardization, normalization, and let's suppose you have created one single method and class, right, which will be able to handle everything. Now you want entire world to use that method instead of using like one by one each and everything by themselves, right? So if you would like to wrap up all the code into a one single line of function, right, you can create a classes, you can just host it. So those things will be discussed, how to create a library part, how to package your own solution. So I will try to discuss about it in your class itself. And after that, I think you all will start pushing your code into a pip repository where everyone can use it. And you can mention those things even in resume, because that creates a huge impact that, okay, you have created this beautiful library. I'll give you a task as well. So I think it will take time, but yeah, at the end of the Python classes, within 2 to 3 months, it will take time. So you are getting a line into a left hand side. It's a notebook functionality. You can just go and change your settings, so you will be able to get it. What if you want to change the order of filing of A and B and format? So a format will not support you. There is another function which I'll discuss, but yeah, format means sequence. Okay, now moving ahead, guys. So list manipulation. So we all know that how we can try to create a list, and list is nothing but it's uh, a data structure, or it's a collection which is available inside a Python. And as I have already discussed, there is no array concept exists inside Python core. There is an array, but inside a numerical Python, NumPy. So except that, you will not be able to find out a concept of array into a core Python at all, right? So there is a concept of a list that you will be able to find out, which can hold any number of a heterogeneous element at any point of a time. And I think we have already discussed about it, right? So it will be able to hold a list inside a list as well, right? So now let's talk about a list data manipulation over here, and list inbuilt function, because we have discussed a string and string inbuilt function. Now it's a list that we are going to discuss, or that we are going to talk about. Yeah. So as we all know that if it is a list, and if we have to iterate, or if we have to extract some data, I will be able to do it, right, based on the indexes. So it's just like a string. So based on the indexes, it will try to store all the elements of the list, whatever elements that we have. So it will be able to do it. Now if I have to extract a range of the data, that is also possible, right? So we can try to do it. So starting from 0, go till third location and try to extract the data. If I have to extract a data maybe into a reverse direction, that is also possible. So maybe I can try to start from like a 0, I can try to go till 3 and then -1, right? Blank. Because from 0 to 3, it's a positive axis. I think we all know about it, right? So here, what I have done, so this is a list that we have, and this is the scale. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 to 3. So 0 to 3, we are trying to move. And what is a direction? Direction is negative. So there is a contradiction. And because of that, so it will try to give you blank. So here, what I can do is, so maybe I can try to reverse this one. So 3 to 0, I can try to keep and execute. And now I will be able to get the data, right, in this particular place. So whatever a list or a string indexing or parsing operation exists, right, a slicing operation exists inside a string, same thing exists inside a list. And this is a second time that we are talking about it. So when I started list in my last class, I think I was talking about that as well. So again, here, if we have to reverse a list, I can try to reverse a list in this way, right? Colon -1 possible. I will be able to reverse a data. And even with the help of for loop, even with the help of while loop, the way we have reversed a data just now. Similarly, we can try to reverse a list element as well. Okay, now let's suppose if I have a list L over here, right? And let's suppose if I have a string over here. So a string SUDH, as we know that if I will try to perform L plus S, right, it will not be able to do a concatenation operation, because reason behind this one is that this two data set that we are trying to concatenate, right, this both of these two data set should be must be having a similar kind of a data type. If it is not having a same kind of a data type, it will not be able to concatenate, and that is true, right? So last time we were trying to convert everything into a string, so but here we are talking about a list. So what I will do is I will try to convert everything into what? Everything into a list. So I can try to write in this way. So list and of s, right? Now it's fine. Yes. So what I have done, I have used a list method, which is an inbuilt function, and then I'm trying to like perform these operations. I'm trying to convert my s string into a list format, and then I'm trying to store it back in a. I'm trying to override my variable, and in this way, so yes, we are good, right? We are good, but there is an issue, right? What is the issue that we have? So here, when I'm trying to store this data into a list, right? So what it has done, it is trying to separate all the character, right? It is trying to separate all the character, and then it is trying to hold it inside a list. That is a problem, or that is a issue that we are facing. At the same point of a time, right? At the same point of a time, let's suppose if I have a string over here, I can try to hold a data into this one, and then if I'll try to do it, it won't give me any kind of a issue. But if I'm trying to pass my string inside a list, so it will try to consider, or it will try to understand that, okay, fine, so it's a iterable object, let's try to separate it and then try to hold it inside a list. That is a problem, right, that we have. So yes, there is a difference in terms of output you will be able to find out. So you were wondering that I will be able to store this data as SUDH, right? But if I have used this approach, if I'm converting my data, so in this case it has created this list, and this list it is trying to append over here, right? Which is not as per my expectation. My expectation was different. So I was supposed to store this whole data. So maybe I can try to use it in this way. And there are other ways as well. There is another append method, extend method is there. I will be talking about that, with which you will be able to append a data as it is. So that is also possible. But here, data frame and list are the same thing, not even close to each other. Data frame is completely different, list is completely different. Okay, so this is something like a concatenation. This is somehow you will be able to do a concatenation operation. Now let's suppose we have L over here, right? Let's suppose if I'm going to do L into, right? L into 6, it will try to repeat a same data 6 times. So just like a string, right? So just like a string, it is going to repeat data that many number of the times. So this is the role of the like a multiplication operator. You will be able to find it out. Yeah. Now again, so we talked about a length method into a string. So same length method you will be able to use even over here. It will give you, or it will tell you what is a total number of element inside a list. So total number of element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In my original list, I'm talking about for sure, right? So if I'll try to print my original list, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the 5 number of element. It will be able to do it. Now, yes, static is a replication operator that you will be able to find out. Now here, right? So here, let's try to talk about one particular function, or maybe, right? So I have a list, right? So I have a list, and if I have to find out that whether my name is available in this list or not, so maybe I can try to write in this way, SUDH in L. Simple, right? So I'm writing SUDH in L. So it is returning me true. It simply means that. So let's suppose if someone has given you a huge list, and if you have to check that, okay, fine, so this particular element is available inside a list or not. So you can write this element in this list, and then your work will be done, right? Your work will be done in that particular way. So again, if I have to check like a 34 in L, true. This one in L, false. So this one is not available in list, so it is giving me false. A very simple statement that you will be able, simple and handy statement that you will be able to find out in this particular place. Now, so there are many inbuilt functions which exist inside a list. So probably I will be able to talk about all the existing function. Again, it will be an amazing discussion. So I will be able to talk about all the functions in tomorrow's class. Okay, so fine, guys. I think I'm done with today. So maybe I can try to take a couple of questions, and then I can like. So Chris is also here, so he will try to like talk about your doubts and everything. And in tomorrow's class, what I will do is, so I will try to talk about all the like list operation, again list, and then I'll talk about a list comprehension operation, and then for loop, for each loop with respect to a list, with respect to a string, and then other data type comparison. Does it means we are trying to talk about just an integer value, and numeric means we are trying to check any numerical value including a floating point number? So yeah, any other question, guys? Anyone? What is substring? Subset of the string. So let's suppose SUDH, right? So SU is nothing but it's a substring. Join function is nothing but, so join function is a function. So let's suppose if I'm trying to use like a space in between, so it will try to perform this kind of like a join operation in between a string automatically. So this is how join operation works. So it will try to just join after each and every character. This is how join works in terms of a string. Just a minute, guys. So is class over? So yeah, for today, so like I'm done with the actual discussion. So like we'll have a doubting session after that. Your way of teaching is simple language, makes me learn Python easily, but in assignment writing, I'm quite slow. Other than, in fact, I'm class with the practices in recording, I can do it without referring to the result very smoothly. To make up fast and see, coding is all about practice. So there is no advice. Simple. So advice except practice. So all those permutation combination by yourself is going to help you out. Nothing else is going to help you out, right? So break down a code into bits and pieces into a single word. Try to understand what it is doing. Try to utilize. Try to do some permutation combinations, right? Permutation combination is a best way. Now I can clearly see in your chat box that many of you are asking me very small, a very small doubt, very small question, like how join works, right? I can see some one like a Jeb, he has pinged me a small code, lower, upper, and all those things. See, it's a very simple one. Try to execute it step by step, one by one line at a time. If you're not able to understand one line, break it down into a one single function. Try to check the output and then try to correlate. This is how we all learn coding in a beginning, right? So try to understand in this way. Nothing is easy, nothing is hard. Simple. It's just a state of the mind. We are not, if we will not try, will not learn, right? And without trying, if you will ask a question, so even if someone will explain you like more than 10 times, you will be in the same position, right? That is also true. So always make sure that you do these things by yourself first of all in your system, and then try to ask a question. Asking a direct question is not at all a solution for any one of us. Simple. Yes. So yeah, why can't I able to see a chat of other people? Because this is in this class, discussion should happen between me and you, not between you all. That is the reason. Going to please explain Q4 and the Q2. Just try to do it, guys, by yourself. Assignment, just try to do it by yourself. Okay, so just try to like do it, guys. I think in today's class we have discussed so many things, so make sure that you practice all of those things, right? And yeah, then come up with a doubt. Without practicing, I think if you're raising a doubts without like trying this out, all those functions by yourself, without doing some why you're not answering my question, it's fine. Just try to do it and we'll try to answer all those questions. We have a dedicated outreach session, and even Chris is going to like handle these things right after this class. So it's not like we are answering or we are not answering. Okay, so fine, guys. With that, thank you so much, Chris. I'll just take a leave. Right. So I've already joined.
Sure. Go ahead, please.
So I'll just take care of the other things, and yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
just practice, guys. Right. Tomorrow, I'll first of all start with couple of assignments. Right. I'll give you. So just try to prepare whatever I have discussed. By tomorrow, you are supposed to prepare yourself. You have to close it. Right. So that tomorrow I will start with assignments. So first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, back to back, I'll give you a question. I'll not give you this much of time that I have given you today to solve the same assignment, right? So from the beginning till today, whatever I have discussed, just try to utilize it based on that in a class, live classes itself. I'll give a question back to back. You will have to write a code immediately along with me with a flow, right? And we'll have our discussions after that. So this is the activity that we are going to do first, and then I will get into this one. So if you'll not practice tomorrow, you will not be able to do it. So how was the class, guys? Are you able to understand it? Yes. Okay, fine. Do it. So if you'll practice along with me, you don't have to practice even after the classes. Simple. Yeah. Okay, fine. So Chris, I think I will take a leave. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just
Okay.
make you as a host, and then
Okay, guys. How are you all? How's the session going on? Good. Okay, perfect. So it's very good, right? Okay. Now you can raise your hand. I'll allow you to talk again. As Sudhanshu said that don't ask every basic thing. First of all, try with yourself. So yeah, please go ahead, guys. Whoever I'm enabled.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Are you able to access the notebook of Sudhanshu, sir?
No, you just tell me the question.
Okay, line
I'll try it.
number 217, like it was in, yeah, like, uh, wait, I'll see on chat if it is there and ask.
Yeah, just ping me the code, okay? Yeah, till then, go with the next question.
Yeah, hi Sudhanshu. Sorry, Krish. So my question is that today we were introduced with this. Actually, I was introduced with this concept of dot format in the print statement. So my question is that, like, we can write our the string part of the print within quotes and the variable part after putting a comma. So what is this? This the use and the basic advantage of using this dot format.
See, how does dot format work? Suppose I want to write a customized print statement, probably. Okay, something like this. My name is. Now I want to, like, my name is. I really want to create a customized generic print format to print my first name and last name. Okay, so see over here. I'll just take an example. My first name is, okay. Here I will just give a blank, and last name is. Here I'll just give a blank. Okay. Now, the thing is that I really want to replace this blank values with something else. So now what I do, I'll write dot format. Inside this dot format, I will be giving two parameters. One parameter will be going over here, one parameter will be going over here. So suppose now if I write Krish, comma, Nayak, okay. At that time, if I try to execute it, now you can see that this parameter is got replaced by Krish and this parameter is got replaced by Nayak. Now, if I try to change the position of this parameter, suppose I'll write it as this and this. Now here you can see that it says my first name is Nayak and last name is Chris. So this is a problem. So whenever I give this kind of empty placeholders, it takes positional arguments, like whatever positional values that I've given, and it keeps on replacing in that. But there may be scenario that, there may be so many parameters over there and probably will not be able to note the positional thing. So what we can do is that we can also give placeholder variable like A, okay, like A and like B. Suppose now if I give this, now I can write B is equal to, probably I want to replace my last name here, and similarly A is equal to here. Now if I try to execute also, now it will be working fine. Okay, and this entire thing you can put inside a print statement. Print and print. That's it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, building on what you have just mentioned, are you available on this chat?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just texted you something. See,
Arunava, right? Arunava,
yeah, right. So,
okay.
So going by this, based on your the statement that you have written in the above line. So if I mention is like this, putting commas instead of using the dot format. So what is the advantage? There must be some advantage. ऐसे तो नहीं है कि just for the sake of it they have given it.
No, see, by putting comma, what happens is that after this particular sentence, this particular variable will get displayed.
Right.
And after this particular sentence, this variable will get displayed. Just imagine like this, right? Suppose if
Okay, so the sequence is sealed. What you're saying, the sequence is sealed in my code. So, but if I use what you have written in line 4, then the sequence may not be sealed, and I can use it as and when how I want it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Right. So this I've understood. Okay. Second question is that I was going through the assignments and I was getting introduced to this logical operators. So for true and false and or operations. So true and true. So that truth table I'm able to do it. But for while just playing around with codes, so I just pasted something in Jupyter notebooks like P and Q. So like P and Q are the string variables. Sorry, not the string variables, they're strings actually. So then the code was different for and or. So I because I'm technically not giving any true and false value. How is it calculating? Can you just explain?
Just give me the code. Just ping in the chat.
Hello, sir. Can I ask my doubt now?
Just a second.
Okay.
You're saying 8 and 4 like this?
Yes, right. And is small, yeah.
Okay.
Why is it giving 4 and why not 8? It is
Why?
always so in the 4 lines of code that I've written, you see always the extreme right is being taken. So whatever you put in the on the extreme right, that is only the output.
In this scenario, when you are giving a left, the precedence, just understand the precedence. During the
Mhm.
AND operation, the precedence is basically given on the left hand side. Okay. Now, when the precedence is given, suppose if I'm trying to give 8, this indirectly inside it will be considered as 1. Okay. If you are giving other values, it will become 0. Okay. So 1 and 0 will always be 0. I hope you're
Okay.
understanding.
Acha, ठीक.
Okay.
Okay. So if you change it into or and 8 or 4, then I think technically it should be 8 only. Yeah. Right. Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Can
Next
I?
question. Yeah.
I pinged you the chat, like the code in the chat. Can you see it? By the name Arbaz.
Guys, these all are simple questions. Okay, tell me what you're trying to do.
Execute it.
Okay.
Go down. Like we cannot see. Okay, now it is visible. Scroll up. Okay, sir. In my Jupyter, it was not showing the same. Okay, fine.
Did I do something new in this? Nothing,
Got it. Remove the space after that, like starting one. In SS, like starting space. Now execute it. Now go down. We don't see the T there in the down.
Sir, find it out. No. What do you want me to do now? Debug each and every line and tell you why it is happening.
Okay, then remove that L. Sorry, one comma.
I understand. I'm saying you, should I tell you each and every line what is
No,
happening
sir.
now?
I executed it everything I did, but it is not showing.
Okay, if I remove one, what do you want me to put?
Okay, execute it again. It is 0, right? By default. Then also it is not showing properly.
Sir, come on. See, you know the functionality, you know what thing is happening. If you want debug once, put some amount of effort. No. See, I'll also have to debug this. I also have to check what is happening inside this. Right?
Hello.
In Sujanshu sir's code, he did that one comma thing, and after that also T was not visible. So I wanted to ask.
It's okay. Try to find it out first.
Okay.
It is code. It will work well.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just try to understand in this way. First of all, try. यार भाई रुक जा यार. I'm talking, no? Just try by yourself first of all. Okay. Then you भाई 100% effort तो डालो. एक कुछ effort तो डालो. नहीं दिख रहा है तो मेरे को दे दिए.
सर एफर्ट डालने का बात नहीं, वो सर ने उधर एग्जीक्यूट करके बता दिया था, मेरे को लगा सुधांशु।
अच्छा ये बताओ, tell me one thing, whenever you write a code, if you are not getting the right output, then there is a problem with your code.
Yes sir.
Then you just have to find out that particular problem, right? If you have any conceptual issue, at that time I can help you.
Okay sir.
Yeah. Go ahead please to the next question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead please.
Hello sir. Good evening.
Yeah, hi.
Rohan, go ahead. Abhinav, you can go next. Rohan.
Hello, good evening sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, वो assignment 2 में what is references ये question गलत है क्या?
What is references?
In Python.
गलत क्यों है? Not wrong.
उस IP support वालों ने बोला कि गलत है बोलकर वो references की जगह उधर comparison चाहिए बोले.
कौन गलत है बोला?
Skype support वाले.
Skype नहीं होता यार, Skype होता है.
हाँ, that. चेक करके बताओ ना सर एक बार.
ठीक है, वो एक बार रेज कर दो स्काइप वाले को, बैकएंड सपोर्ट टीम वाले चेंज कर देंगे. ठीक है, एक बार रेज कर दो. बोले क्रिस सर बैकएंड सपोर्ट टीम वाले को बोलने के लिए. ठीक है.
Krish sir, as I'm able to understand 70 to 80% of the code and I'm able to write it as well. But while doing my assignment, I'm not able to, paste it on GitHub. Like I have no idea about GitHub.
Pasting on GitHub like this. See, whenever you create this kind of notebook file, right? This notebook file needs to be inserted inside the GitHub. See, like this, suppose you go back to your repositories, right? Suppose this is my SVM kernels. Here I have put my assignment. Here I have put my Git IPYNB file like this. So here you'll be your text, your assignment, your problems, everything should be here inside this, and you have to provide this link.
Not able to recollect, sir.
What you're not able to recollect?
I mean, how to usage of GitHub, because like when I tried in YouTube as well, I'm not able to find out the proper.
Have you created a GitHub account?
No.
Why did you not create a GitHub account?
Because I was not able to understand that usage and implication of this particular
Sir,
thing.
how many weeks have been over when your classes have started? Because this is the first class only, probably Sudhanshu will be telling me, right? In the second class.
So, but
Yes?
usage he has not told about. He has just shown that this page.
No, I'm asking about your GitHub account. Did you create your GitHub account till now?
No, sir.
Then why did you not create?
I'll surely create today, but just wanted to know the usage.
Usage is that whenever you want to suppose you are writing a code, okay? You're writing an application code. Okay, probably I created this project called as car price prediction. If I want to share this entire repository, entire code with someone else, right? This GitHub acts like a repository, which saves all the information. Inside this, you can write all the details, how to install these packages, how to run this application and everything. Now, suppose if I have this particular code, I can also give you this entire thing. You can also download it or download this entire zip file and probably execute it in your local environment, right? So that is the main reason behind GitHub. What is GitHub? If you go and just search for what is GitHub, it says that, see over here, GitHub is a provider for internet hosting for software development and version control using Git. Suppose you're working in a specific project, right? And at that point of time, suppose you want many people to contribute in that project. So you'll be having one central repository so that you can commit the code, you can pull the code from there, you can make a version on there, everything, right?
Correct.
So this is why GitHub is basically used.
So that I understood, because Sudhanshu sir has already gone through it. I just wanted to understand like how to paste over here and where to paste. Add file.
See, sir, I'll tell you again. Go into your repository, suppose.
Correct.
I want to create a new repository for assignments.
Okay.
Okay, assignments. Whatever assignment number you have. Then you click on add a README file. Don't forget to add this file. If you forget to check this, then you have to commit through the command line. So make sure that you create this and click on public. Then create the repository. After you create the repository, here you'll be getting, now just do drag and drop. Whatever you want to do. Suppose I want to do drag and drop of this PPT. I'll just drag and drop over here. And then
if
finally,
I'm doing, sir, suppose I'm doing writing a code on my this thing, Jupyter
Local.
notebook. So in that particular thing, I need to do a copy paste, copy, and then I have to paste over there, right?
Yes. So here you have this one. You just have to pull and drop it inside. Upload it.
Okay.
There will be an upload option, right? So like this, add file, upload files, right? Choose your file wherever the file location is. Just go over there, select it, and upload it.
All right. Perfect.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, in the assignment, I came across rejects objects. What is this topic about?
Which objects?
The rejects objects.
Rejects is regular expression.
Sir, what is it regarding?
It is regarding, suppose I want to write a string which matches, suppose my name is Krish. Okay. See this, my name is Krish. Suppose I have one more friend named Amit. Suppose I have one more friend named Krishna. Now I have to basically write one regex operation. But don't worry, it will be explained to you. If it is not completed, don't submit the assignment. Okay?
Okay, sir. I was doing the 7th assignment. It was there a question in that. It is all regarding rejects only.
See,
About
Python
5 to 6 questions are there.
See, Python regex. If you go and check out this or documentation page, regex basically helps you to write a simple code which will help you to match all this. Suppose this is the thing. Okay. Now see this. I'll just execute this code in front of you. So you have written import RE regular expression. Okay.
So it is a library, sir.
Yeah. This is one kind of operation in regex.
Okay.
Suppose you want to match a similar string. Okay. You want to basically match this entire regex operation in this string. You can do it. Okay. So you basically do a search. There are different operations over here. Suppose I have a column which has URLs and I want to gather some unique URLs. How do I do it? I write a regex operation. So a lot of things are there. Probably that will be taught in your Python sessions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Krish.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, Chris. I am texting you a code. The chat box.
Guys, don't worry. I'll allow everybody to talk. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris. So I want how to get the index for the second name. Like I have tried, but I didn't get. Can you tell me the logic only?
How to get the index of second name? Which this name?
Yeah, this name. Yeah.
How to get the index of second name? How to get the index of second name?
Like
this is Shivani Adhikari here. Maybe I can throw some light on this.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, actually, I'll just tell I'm trying to give a logic. It may work or not, but I can give a try. So like we can check, like we can have a range, okay, for I equal to in the range of this string. As okay, and in range that will be the length of the entire string. Okay. Okay, so now we need to check if s dot I is equal to n. And it will do continue.
No, INLS, simple.
Yeah, continue. So it will now skip that n and will go to the next letter, that is A, and we can keep on checking till then we get the next n.
But if they're like if they are two
yeah, continue. If then we get the next n, in we can go to okay this one.
There is another n in and, so it will again count it like.
Okay. The first n is to be skipped. Okay. We should look for the second n. So once we get the first n, we should move forward. And
let me just write a simple thing for you. Okay.
Yeah.
For I in length of s, in range of length of s, print I. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything is getting printed. Why this many things are getting printed?
Because you have it will execute the first print statement after for inside
Wait.
the loop. It will print the first print statement.
Okay, it is taking word by word.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want basically the name. Okay, so whenever n is basically there, then what will happen? It'll go inside, and then you probably need to find out all the occurrence of this particular word till the blank, right?
We need to use s dot find name.
Yeah, that is also very simple. By using a inbuilt function s dot find name. If you write
It
like
will
this,
give the only first index. Yeah. I want the second.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Once we encounter the first name, we need to have that continue option so that we skip it and
but
move forward.
understand one thing, no, we will be able to read only one character at a time from this. It will not be able to read the entire word. Are you getting it? So what I can do is that I can write like this.
Yeah, that will be.
I can write like this, and if I say length of list, okay, then I'll say if s of I is name, okay.
We can also split the string by using split function, and then it will be converted into a list, and then it will be easier for us.
Wait. For I in list, because this list will be something like this, right? This will be my list. So okay, here also I'm getting a problem.
By using split function, we can separate my name, like
It will give another index if you use a split function.
See, Rohit Wag has given one solution. String, this is the enumerate function he has used. String, let's see, 3 and 22. He's just printing all the indexes. One more solution is there. Okay, there are many people who are giving different solution. X dot find name for I in this, y is equal to y. Say this 3, 4, 5, 6. What is S? S should be this one, right? Again, guys, there are various ways to write this code. Okay, name is there, length of name is there, find name is there. Probably this is not working. This is giving 3, 4, 5, 6, 22, 23, 24. Why it is given? Okay, one more simple solution. Let's see. My name is XYZ, name is Ion. Name dot find name, A plus length of name B. 16. Why 16 has come over here?
Yeah, 16 is the index of the second name.
Index, okay, yeah, 16 is the index. True. Over here, 22 is the index. Right. So guys, I think just try to have a look onto this solution. I'm just pinging you all this code. Yeah, please go ahead with the next question.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
Krish, there was a question, right? Someone was trying to print in the reverse order, and the first letter was not coming. T was not coming. I think for that I have pinged you a code. I mean, only one small change need to be done. Len of s plus 1. If you
Just ping the code.
Yeah, I've done that. Shall I do it
once? Yeah, 1 second. Just do it. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the code. Which change you made?
Only len of s plus 1.
Before it was length of s, right?
Yeah. Just
okay,
go down.
Getting it. THIS.
So
okay.
0 or 1 before need not be
See,
used.
if it is also like this, no, you can basically write like this also. No, T is missing.
It's missing.
No, it is coming. See, T. I minus 1 you can do it. Okay.
Either way you can do it actually.
Yeah, either way you can do it. Okay. Snehal also says right. You can also work. Yeah, Snehal, absolutely right.
Hello,
Okay,
Chris.
guys. Next question. Yeah.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding can I share the screen with you?
No, just ping the code. I cannot allow you to share your screen right now.
So I have.
What is the question?
Let us suppose I initiated two variables. S is equals to Sai Kiran, and let's, for example, suppose we have two variables like S is equals to Sai Kiran and string 2 is equals to some Sai. If I try to print that thing, only the last output will be like not print, just the execute the thing.
I think, guys, I have already told you why this is happening. In our previous session also we had discussed about this. Yeah, guys, somebody tell me why this may be happening.
Sir, because in the console it is just displaying the result, and first string 1 result is displayed.
Let me answer this. Okay, you are absolutely right. Whenever you display like this, it will be displaying in this console. Okay, this will get overridden by string 2. Okay, and here if you are writing print, that basically means you are specifically displaying in a console using the print statement, and after that you know that end operation is also there, right, in print. So it will be getting printed in the new line. So here you can see Sai Kiran and Sai.
Oh, so I have one general question. Recently I have I was browsing the internet for a new internet connection. So every time so I have searched for Vodafone and things like that, but they were asking for signing in with the Gmail, and when I opened my YouTube, I used to get the suggestions like this internet thing will be available.
All recommendation.
Yeah. So what is the reason behind the main aim of signing in is signing in with my Gmail is to get these suggestions and all. What is the reason behind this thing?
See, the thing is that yesterday I hurt my leg. Okay, day before yesterday, 3 days back, I was just searching for Volin. The spray will be there, no? I just searched over there. I did not log in also. Then also YouTube were giving me ads regarding Volin. Okay, so just understand that everything Google has an amazing crawling tool, so whatever you're searching, they will find out anyhow, okay, whether you log in or not. Okay.
Thank you.
Please go ahead. Yeah, next question. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Krish.
Yeah, Naveen, go.
What are the functions of expressions?
What are the
functions of all expressions?
What do you mean by that? Function of all expressions?
Yeah. This is in assignment 1.
Function of all expressions.
Yeah.
I really have to check the assignment. I don't know.
And I will ping the 7th question in assignment 2. Please check this.
Describe a condition when you used 1. Okay.
What is this regard?
Go ahead with the question. No, describe a condition when you would use 1. What 1? Only this much. Only this much. Yeah,
yes.
just contact the support team, guys. Just contact the support team.
I already wrote a mail for the assignment 1.
No, contact through Skype. I'm telling you. Okay. Contact through Skype. There may be some issues with the assignment. You just have to contact them and probably understand the assignments, because there'll be a separate team who will be creating these assignments, right? Yeah. Next question, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I have just a little confusion about assignment, and how many assignment is needed to be submitted, and what is the deadline of it?
Sir, when did you attend this? Started attending the session?
Sir, the first day.
First day. Sudhanshu had announced it, right?
Yes, sir, but sir, I'm literally confused. I don't know why. I've been practicing a lot, but yeah, I'm sometimes stumbling.
You have sufficient time, sir. Don't worry about the time. Okay. Okay. Just just do one thing is that don't take too much time also. That is bad for you only. Okay, because you'll again not be able to do it. There's no such as time as such, but again, there is a limitation with respect to things, right? We have actually tried that also, right?
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can I speak now?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. So I have posted one question for you, which I got in assignment 2. It's a 9th question. We should write a program, but in last the question was incomplete. Like print salvation. If there's something else in span, what we should print in it, sir? If the condition fails means in
We Lokeshwari create a program that prints if 1 is stored in spam, print hello. If 2 is stored in spam, print howdy, and if 3 is stored in spam, print salutation. If there is something else in spam,
what we should print.
I can understand.
I have posted, yes, I have posted in support team also in Skype, but they said nothing. It's we can't answer for this assignment question. They're telling that I'm not asking answer. I'm telling that the question was incomplete. You tell what we should print in it, but they are telling that I'm asking a help in assignment, but not. I'm just asking question. The question was incomplete.
Okay, just a second. I'll just ping them. Okay.
Okay.
Just give me a minute.
Hi, Krish. Can I ask you?
Okay. See, if there is something else in spine, write something else. V Lokeshwari. Okay.
Okay, something else.
Very simple.
Okay.
Something else. Write something else.
Okay, sure.
Hi, Krish, can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Krish. This is Mahesh. I was waiting for a long time. So can I ask my question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
So Krish, I have written this code. So first of all, we need to convert this string into the list by using split method. Then we are able to find second space of name here. I guess we can change something. So
this is the
what
code,
I got.
right?
Yes.
This code.
And my question was related to format that initially a question was raised. So can you move this? Yeah. So we are using a format inbuilt function here. So I was, I have some doubt related to here. Is there any limit for declaring parameter, or is there any, like in database that we have string character limit like 255 character, and more than 255 character we cannot pass inside of store procedure, something like that. So is there any limit while we are passing parameter into the format index here?
This parameter or this values?
I'm just asking, is there any limit for passing a number of parameter or number of character here, or just unlimited space we can use?
I
here?
think it will be unlimited. Depends on your system RAM,
Okay.
That much values you can.
That's what I have question. So thanks a lot.
Yep.
And one more thing. So I just recently joined here. So I completed one assignment here. So is there any deadline for that? Because I could not find any deadline for completing those assignments related to Python basic.
Okay, so let's go to your course. Okay, everybody is having this concern only. What is the assignment deadline and all? Which is your course over here? Your course is basically full stack data scientist. If you go to your job guarantee program, what is over here written over here? Candidate must complete at least 40% of the given assignment projects given in the course. Okay.
Okay.
Also, the grade in assignment, etc., should be greater than or equal to 40 to avail guaranteed placement profile before the course completion date.
Okay.
Done?
Yep. Got it.
Everything is there in front of you, but no.
My bad. Thanks a lot.
Hello, sir, one more question. Can
May
I
I
ask?
ask the question?
Sir, just one more question, sir. Simple question only.
Yeah, Lokeshwari, go ahead.
Sir, I have submitted my 2 assignments in before 2 days. When the results will be uploaded in our analyst?
Don't worry. It will get uploaded.
Okay.
It will just not directly get uploaded. They will also give you a feedback. Okay. With
Okay.
all the assignments.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Krish, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I was looking for a job as Python developer as a fresher. So like, what should be my total approach for the same, from learning from the videos to what all should I include in my resume, like projects and all, to land a job as a fresher?
A Python developer, right?
Yes, yes.
You need to know Flask, Django, tquinter, web frameworks, web-based frameworks. If you really want to go into Python, apart from that, OOPS concepts, all the necessary data structures in Python.
Okay. And where can I find like Python projects will also be implemented in this
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
right?
it will be implemented already in pre-recorded videos. It is given to you. Just go and check it
Okay.
out.
So
Yes, sir. This is Puneet.
apart from these videos, apart from these projects, can I find like open source projects outside, like which I
Yeah,
can?
yeah.
So from where can I do that? Because I was totally new into this, so I wanted to know.
See, open source project means what? Go and
Like,
just contribute in the Python things, right? Whatever tool is developed in Python, there you can go and solve the issues, which is available in GitHub.
Okay, and I saw your video series for Python in your channel. So is it sufficient for what all you mentioned in Python, Django, Flask, and everything?
No, I did not upload videos on Django and all right now. I have just uploaded videos till Flask. Django, if you want, there are good channels like Corey Schaffer and all. Or you can follow that.
Okay.
Krish,
Yes, sir. This is
regarding
Puneet.
till what assignment should we do? Because like for the like we are in the 5th class today, so I had
Whichever topics has been completed. If you think that that is topic is completed, start doing it. Or
yeah,
whichever things you are
browsed
capable
to
of.
yeah, I have browsed to assignment 4, but 2 or 3 questions I know them, but they are not. I'm not confident on them because they haven't been taught in the course till now. So
then wait for that.
Okay, so it's a effort basis, right? Like if we can do it, then it is best to go ahead with the assignment. Otherwise, we'll wait till the concepts are taught, right?
Yeah. If you want, if you are very much eager again, also watch the pre-recorded videos if you want. Okay, everything is completed.
Okay.
Okay. Next question, please. Puneet, go ahead, please. Puneet.
Hello, Krish.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jisha.
Krish, recently I gave an interview to a company called datafoundry.ai. And it was for a data science intern position, and I was not selected. And later, the technical manager called me and told there is an opening for closure. And they're asking me if I want to join or not. So my doubt is it gonna help
What
me
is the
in a
position? What is the
transition?
position? What is the position?
I will be working in Clojure, a language called Clojure.
Clojure.
Actually, I'm not aware of that. Yeah.
Clojure.
They were looking for someone who. Yeah, they told they are looking for someone who have knowledge in Java and Python. So as my resume says it, they call me.
Clojure, right? Clojure.
Clojure, yeah.
Right now you're a fresher?
No, I'm on a career break. I took a break to take care of my child.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I have
Jisha,
2 years of
I
experience.
would suggest go ahead with it, Go ahead with it because this course is going to take some time, right? Then at least you should have a backup.
Yeah.
Okay. Initially, try to parallelly devote some time, because if you really want a job, how eager you want a job? That thing also we have to look upon,
Actually,
right?
I mean, I want to get into data science field. That's my ultimate aim. So if it is gonna help me really
Obviously,
into the transition, I want to go with it.
Yeah. Please definitely go with it. I'm telling you. So parallel you can do it. Parallel you can show some kind of experience also with respect to the work. Over here, anyhow, internship will also be there, right? So I would suggest just go for it. At least you'll be getting some kind of experience over there, right? And since you had a career break, right? That is the reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
This is my first class, so just want to know now how to start and what are the assignment I need to complete.
Sir, everybody is asking the same worry about assignments and all, right? Sir, just see this. Very simple. How do you go? How do you find out what you need to do? Right now is your first class, right? If you go and check out your course, I hope you are able to see this. Okay.
Yeah.
Live class lecturers, this much has happened. Okay, this much has got completed. All the pre-recorded things are there. By understanding this live class, you'll be able to understand till what class has been got over. Till this particular class, suppose till while loop has got over here. Then you have to basically submit the assignments till the while loop. Right?
Which
Machine learning
Python assignment?
Yes, whatever assignment is given. Where is the Python assignment? Here. Yeah.
Okay, basic one.
Basic, advanced. Yes, you have to basically go along with this again. But if you are really much interested to quickly do it, we have also given you pre-recorded videos. Right.
And
so
this
here,
I'm facing some issue to this right side, this ruling option. So
which ruling
not
option?
Here toolbar I'm not able to see, and I'm not able to scroll down this option.
Which one? I'm able to do it, right?
Okay.
Is anybody facing the same problem, guys? Just tell me in the chat. No, right? See, nobody is saying that they're facing this problem. Right? So just try to check, sir. But this is not a bug because we have created this application long back. Okay.
Okay.
Should not be.
Hi, Fish. Hello, sir. This is Puneet. I'm not able to open the notebooks created by Sudhanshu.
Why, sir? How you are opening the notebook? Tell me first of all.
So when I'm clicking,
are you double clicking IP by NB file?
No. When I go into class notes and notebook, if I click on one of the notes, then okay, it is going to Miro. When I'm double clicking it, is
okay, fixed. Your issues fixed.
Hello, sir. I was not able to.
Which one? Which one notebook? Which notebook? Tell me. Just tell me which notebook.
So when I go in Python, machine learning fast track Python, and then when I click on resources, it goes into inside the G drive. And then if I want to open the first folder, people sets dictionary, then it is giving me like no preview available, and I have to download it. So
then download it, no?
So when I click on download and then I click on it, it is not opening.
Sir, come on, yeah, this should not be there. See this, when I'm downloading it, you're double clicking.
It is giving me can't download file error, can't download.
How can't download will come? See, I'm downloading it in front of you, no? I clicked
Maybe you can change the browser and then try, because this issue.
Which browser are you using?
I'm using Chrome.
So try it on Edge.
It should not be giving an error. See this, when you're downloading it, just click over here, go into this and just click on download once.
Sir, it may be because some cache properties we have to enable them, and by default for some sites it is disabled.
Just check it out once again. See, these all questions, I think this downloading files and all, you can contact the support team. Okay.
Sir, I'm getting to download this file. Try enabling third-party cookies for Drive.
Yeah, cookies are disabled.
Allow the cookies, no? Allow the cookies.
Or maybe you can try on different browser. That is much easier.
Yeah,
okay, sure. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Puneet.
Yeah, Puneet, go ahead.
Hi, sir. My name is Puneet. I'm from mechanical background. While using Python, I have like a small doubt, like when to use like while loop and when to use for loop, sir.
When to use while loop and when to use
for loop.
Okay. How do you write a while loop first of all? While some condition, right?
Yes.
And then this condition will be working unless and until, this while loop will be working unless and until this condition is true. Right?
Yes, sir.
For loop basically means you are going through a collection. You are iterating through a collection, probably a list. And you want to do all the operation in this particular collection.
Okay.
While loop is basically used when you want to execute a condition, and for that particular condition, you want to execute some set of statements.
Okay, sir.
Like while the database is connected, I want to put all the records. If it is not connected, I don't want to put all the records. I want to multiply all this list with multiplied by 5. So I'll go with respect to each and every element inside the list and I'll multiply it by 5. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Rashmi, go ahead.
Sir, I have actually sent you a code. Can you just let me know why there is difference in the output of print statement and the normal on statement? Yes.
What difference do you see over here?
There's a slash in, when you just simply, call that variable. Whereas when you print the same thing, there is no slash.
Just tell me whether this is the print output or whether this is the print output. Tell
The
me.
first one is a print output.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, sequentially, it should print the same thing, right?
Okay. So here you are actually getting it like this.
Okay.
And here you are getting it like this. Okay. Now, when print statement is basically printed, I told you that it is printing in the console, right? Now, when it is printing in the console, any tab like this, slash, probably this will be showing you some other information. Over here, what is happening is that here you have a single quote, right? This single quote will get encoded. Understand this. This single quote will get encoded. Because here you are using triple quotes. This is for multi-line quotes itself, right? And whenever you have a double quote over the inside that, it will not do anything. For single quote, it will going to put an escape character like this. See, suppose if I write like this also, if I execute it, see, 2 quotes. But if I write double quote over here, what will happen? Right?
So, sir, if we use triple quotes by double commas, then it will not show backslash with single quote in between.
Yeah, it is not showing, no? See over here.
No, I'm saying reverse.
Reverse.
Like a triple multi-line string with triple quotes, double quotes, multi-line string.
Multi-line string with double quotes like this. Give me one example. Message me one example in the chat.
Hi, Grace, Jay here.
Yeah,
May I
Jay.
ask you a question?
Just a second. I think.
Okay. So.
Just a second. Rashmi, your doubt is cleared?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Jay, go ahead, please.
Okay, so we have a variable called A, and with a string, we are all a part of full stack. Okay. Now the thing is, here I want to know the index of all. Can you write it down, please?
Just a second.
Okay, so basically, yeah.
Yeah, Jay, go ahead, please.
Okay, so basically, finding the index of the entire word, like all. So there are multiple A's available in the string. Basically, the string is we are all a part of full stack. Okay, and now I want to find the index of all.
Okay.
So A, L, and L. So basically, I know like with the function, I can say that it is 8, 9, and 10. But like, how do I do it with this thing? Even if I find it for I in range of length A, and then if A in I is equals to A, I get that all the options of A. But how do I go ahead with the thing like?
A biscuit lani, chocolate lani.
All okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So A.
0,
no.
1, 2, 3,
okay,
4,
7.
5,
Okay,
6,
fine.
Okay, next question, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, please, with the next question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, what is about these pre-recorded videos, sir?
Huh?
What's about the pre-recorded video of these courses?
It's already uploaded, no? Live session recording will take 1 day to get uploaded. Remaining all are uploaded, see? Right? What is the problem?
Okay.
Hello, friends. It's Padma.
Yeah, I disabled you because you should mute your thing, while you're coming to the class, probably because of kids. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I have pinged you one code, which is actually this was a split code I have given you. When we are splitting a name, we are get the alphabet A is removed. In that place, we'll get a space. Instead of like that, can we add A in between, like with a split? Can we do like that?
Okay. There is one. Just a second. So you are saying that you want a different A, right, in split?
Actually, we are splitting the word, but the word is getting split, and it is taking off the A in space and giving a space to us. Instead of that, let the word be like that, and we should have a space. Can we do that, or it will be like this one?
Yeah, it is possible. Just a second. Can anybody try it out? Just a second. There will be some way how to do it. Guys, I hope you understood the question, right? What she's saying is that when we're trying to split this entire string, A should be a separate character over here. Okay. Like how we do in this case.
Sir, no, sir, when we try to split with something, then that character does not appear in the list.
Yeah, what she's saying is that can we do something like that?
Krish,
where the
Krish, I think the split A is considering as a delimiter here. That is why it is not showing in.
So what she's saying is that A should also be available over here.
No.
Sir, can you please write what she wants?
She wants the output something like this.
Then they should be separated by space only. Okay. Yes. No, A is not there. A
is considering as a delimiter here, so it will not show over.
Rather than using split, we can use this partition and variable as A.
Sorry. Yeah. What was the thing? Rather than using?
So we can use partition.
A dot partition.
Yes.
A dot.
I was looking for this in distinction.
A dot partition and in bracket A.
Yeah. Now you are right. Now this will work. I was looking for that. I was searching for that. But over here again, A is not there. Okay, it will just take the first A and then it will do the partition. I hope you are getting it right.
Basically.
So over here, it will just take the first A and then it will do the partition separately, not to the second A like split. Okay, go ahead with the next question. Yes, guys, go ahead with the next question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm just pinging you my question. Okay. So here AC is a string which includes shoot, and Sudhanshu sir was trying to count to make a function that will count the length of S. So sir, here is in the third line for I in S, count is equal to count plus 1. So what is the function of I here?
Where you have given the code first of all?
Such sorry, question and answer.
Oh, give in the chat, no? Now again, I'll go and check out the question and answer. Devasmita, you can talk next, okay? Okay, this is your Rishikesh Nyogi, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me what is the problem in this for I in S, okay? Count is equal to count plus 1, print count, okay?
So what is the function of I here? Because I is not available in the S itself. So
I is not available
in the S itself. So what is the function of I here? Because I have seen in for loops they are
print I and C, no? Simple. What you are getting? I is all the elements one by one.
Yeah.
This is a collection, right?
Yeah. Is it in the syntax for loops?
Yeah. So for loop syntax is there. You are iterating through collections. So this elements you are iterating through that, and you're printing it.
Yeah, but sir, here in my question, S is equal to should count is equal to what for in for loops if I in S. So sir, what is it mean? What is its meaning? I in S means
Sir,
all characters of.
No, just think over here. What does I in S mean? S is a collection. When you're putting a for loop, it is iterating through this collection.
Yeah.
So this will also give you the count of all the statements, all the words 1, 2, 3, 4.
Means each and every character of S.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, please, Devasmita, go ahead, please. Talk. I think you're from US, right? Devasmita? Devasmita, talk. Unmute yourself, Devasmita.
Hello.
Hello, Krish.
Devasmita, yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, finally, yes, I can.
This is my first class. Yes, I am from US and I have a weird timing.
No problem.
Yeah,
go ahead.
so my question is actually, I will be sending you this the chat, the code. So I just want a bit of like explanation.
This?
Yes, sir.
Length of S minus 1. Okay. This will come as length of S is nothing but 4, 4 minus 1, 3. While CH is greater than 0. Print this. Okay. Print S of CH.
Can you just run this code, sir?
Okay. So what is the question?
So yeah, Sudhanshu explained this, but I just did not got it that well.
See what happens. What is the length over here? The value will be 3, right? Yes. The output of CH will be 3. Length of S is nothing but 3, right?
Right.
See, what is the length of S first of all? Let's search this.
4.
4. This minus 1 will be 3. So what is CH? CH will be 3, right? While CH is greater than 0, true, right? That is true.
Yes.
So print S of 3. What is S of 3? 0, 1, 2, 3. H is getting printed.
Right.
So H is right. Again, it will go back to the now CH is equal to CH minus 1. Initially, CH was how much? 3. It will become 2. Right?
Right.
So 2. Then again, it will go and see while CH is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, CH is 2. So this is going to be 3. Again, this will be printing S of 2. What is S of 2? D. So D will get printed. Then again, a decrement operation is happening. then again while loop will get continuous, and then finally you will be getting all the values.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Next question. Tasneet Singh Chola.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, is this like for if we have to reverse a list, we use list and colon -1. So if we have to also reverse the sublist element, then what we will do?
List 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
List.
And there is also a list in that
colon
previous list.
-1.
-1.
Okay. Now suppose you have a sublist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yes. So when you are doing this, you are basically just pasting this all. This will be considered as one list element. Now, if you want to perform on this, what you'll do? What you'll do? Tell me. List of.
We will access
What is the
element.
index? 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List index of 5. This is your elements. After this, what you'll do? Colon -1.
-1.
Right?
Okay.
Clear?
So it will reflect in the original list also.
No, unless and until you don't assign it, why it will reflect. Okay, you can append this entire thing over. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think I have.
Sir, one question. I have a question, sir. Good evening, sir. First of all, sir, एक क्वेश्चन ये था सर, जैसे असाइनमेंट्स हैं तो उनमें कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जिनके आंसर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स लिखने होंगे.
हाँ, लिख दो.
हाँ, तो सर मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि वो नोटबुक में ही लिखकर पेस्ट कर दूं या फिर कोई पीडीएफ.
नहीं, नोटबुक में लिखो. नोटबुक में लिखो. नोटबुक में ऑप्शन है ना लिखने का.
यस सर.
उधर क्वेश्चन नंबर, क्वेश्चन का नाम, नीचे आंसर. दैट्स इट.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. So this is it from.
One last question. I want to know that how do you manage your time with the office projects and making videos and taking classes?
See, now the thing is that I've been making videos from past 2+ years, right? Making videos is like I know the concept, right? I grill down, like I have my 1 month plan, what all videos I need to make. And office work, obviously office work will be stressful. Now in iNeuron, you're teaching, there will be multiple batches and all, right? Right now I'm working with iNeuron only. So there will be things, but again, as time goes on, you'll be knowing how to manage multiple things at that time. Now I've got married also, so I have to manage my family also. So many things will be there. So it comes out of experience, and I'm getting experience in the marriage thing also right now. Anyhow, we have to work on that. Yeah.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, where should we submit the assignment, sir?
Again, everybody is stuck in the assignment. You don't understand.
Sir, it's my first day, so.
It's your?
First day, sir.
Okay. No problem. So, this is assignment, right?
Okay, sir.
Where do you see assignment? Over here. Okay. Probably, let me see, Python assignment, basic assignment, assignment 1. Okay, when you click on assignment 1, here you have the assignment link. You download it, you put the GitHub URL, you write your comments, and just click on submit.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, so thank you. And yes, I hope the session is going on well. I hope you're learning well. How's the learning, guys, till now? How's the learning, everything?
Great, sir. Great.
I hope you all are happy with our work, right?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Hi, Krish. Hey, Krish.
Yeah, Devasmita, go
ahead. Yeah, I just want to share you. I am like waking up 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So do you all have some different timings and new session? Because this is my first class.
No, full stack data scientist, ma'am, we have in this only. See, for some of the people in different US locations, they have joined this batch. Again, it is very, very difficult to keep everybody that much precisely in sync. Okay. The next batch of full stack will come after 6 months, because we really want to focus on this batch so that everybody gets placed.
Right.
Before that, but we are starting this machine learning and DL sessions, which is an affordable session, the 3540 plan that we had, but that is not job guaranteed. Only this is the job guaranteed thing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I actually started watching your videos and YouTube videos. I was so much learning from those videos. So I thought maybe I will join your classes. And I just want to share you my first class. Yeah, I had so much, my doubts are so much clear, and I'm looking forward for more of the sessions. And my first class with Sudhanshu is also, yeah, I appreciate all your efforts you all do. I know how it works, like, the projects with office, and then it's difficult. Yeah.
Now my work is only not for teaching. I also have to work on the product team with TinyRun, probably set up more batches, probably make sure that an internship goes on smooth. So there are a lot of things that currently I'm doing. So obviously doubt clearing session is also one important thing. This Wednesday I could not come in the doubt clearing session. I had a sprain in my leg while playing. So we'll make sure that the quality is maintained. Okay.
Okay. And so how we will be sending any doubts if you find any doubts?
There is support team, there is Skype support team, there is mail option, everything is there.
Okay, it should be in the assignments, right?
Assignments means, huh?
Like the support team contact address.
Everything is there in the pre-recorded video. See, on the first video only you'll be able to see it. Induction session, Skype support, everything. Just see, whenever you go and watch anything, right? See, for any queries, contact support team, and this everything is mentioned over here.
Okay, got it. Thank
Right?
you. So
when you go and join Skype, they will be able to contact them. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
So thank you everyone, and guys, we are also going to start the affordable ML and DL course, which is of 3540 from April 10th, and DLCV NLP batch. So if you have some of your friends whom you want to refer, definitely refer it. That would be helpful, because again the price is very, very less. And I hope you like this session. And yes,
do we need to know Python for that to join this course?
Yeah, for no, not necessary. MLDL we will be starting from Python from scratch. Okay. For DLCV and NLP, you need to know Python and a bit of machine learning. Okay. So thank you. How many months for that course? That is somewhere around 5 months probably. And yeah, both the courses are for 5 months. Now we are making it scalable, guys. We are making it scalable. We will be bringing more course. Probably in ML Ops we are going to bring. And guys, the ML Ops community session, I think if you are very new, don't go ahead with that. But in the future, we'll be coming up with very, very cheap courses like 200, 500 rupees. So that will be very, very beneficial for you all and all. So we are targeting completely in an affordable way. Okay.
Do you work with product development team in your iNeuron as well?
Yeah. So there will be multiple products that iNeuron is developing. And today again, after your session at 8 o'clock, again we have a demo for that also. Okay. So a lot of things will be there. Right now I and Sudhanshu are working 7 days a week. No holidays for us. So that is how a startup actually works, right? So yeah.
Working is fun, sir.
Yeah, sorry?
This type of work is fun. Who wouldn't work in 7 days? For 7 days.
So we'll try. Let's see what will happen. We want to really make this company a bigger company because of in terms of affordable courses and product development. And the recent transition that people are able to make is amazing. They have done some amazing work. If you go and check out my LinkedIn platform, so many people are tagging me, iNeuron and all. They are able to do that thing. The thing is that they are dedicated guys. So you also have to be dedicated in order to clear the interviews and crack the interviews. That is the most major thing. Okay. And at the end of the day, don't worry about anything with respect to quality. This is our first batch where we have taken that extra pressure and said that, okay, we will be giving a good job guaranteed placement. That is all because of our teaching, our syllabus design and all. And we have that confidence. Yes, it will be possible to do it. Okay, so that is the reason why we have done it. Otherwise, we always focus on 3,000 rupees courses. Now, this is the thing where we are guaranteeing students that yes, if you work like this, if you study like this, if you submit your assignments, if you are fulfilling all the terms and condition, you will definitely be able to get placed. Okay, and forward you'll be seeing that a lot of referrals will be coming. Okay,
I
so
think one last question. So
Yes.
when you say there is a course for ML around 3,500 or 4,000 rupees, so can we go with that course, or can we continue the with this 15,000 course? All the material.
No. So no. Just continue with this. Here you'll be having more abundant information. Okay, there ML, only ML and DL is separate. Here you have vision, you have DL, you have ML, you have analytics, you have everything. You have the
all the
entire
material,
analytics industries. Yeah,
all the material which I think you will cover in that course, that
that will
material
be
is,
also present over here.
Okay.
Here you will be having a lot of materials. Don't worry. Okay.
जो pre-recorded video है सर.
Sorry.
ये जो सर वो जो pre-recorded video है और ये जो live section है, मतलब उनका connection मींस कौन सा वीडियो पहले कौन सा वीडियो बाद में.
ऑर्डर में ही दिया हुआ है ना. देखो, जब भी हम जाते हैं इधर, आपको मशीन लर्निंग फास्ट ट्रैक से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो पाइथन दिया, डेटा एनालिसिस दिया, नंपाई, विजुअलाइजेशन, रेस्ट एपीआई, पाइथन प्रोजेक्ट, स्टैटिस्टिक्स मॉड्यूल दिए. यही ऑर्डर में जानना है आपको. मशीन लर्निंग असाइनमेंट, चैटबॉट, मशीन लर्निंग प्रोजेक्ट, यही सारे इसमें जाना है. ठीक है.
ओके.
चलो. Okay guys, so thank you everyone for attending this session, and yes, I'll see you all in tomorrow's session. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.